freak. Oh. Oh, you little freak. Here, look at this boy. Look at this boy. Look at this boy. Need to grab my chargers. Here they are. Easy peasy. Pumpkin squeezy. Do-do-do. Jeez, oh my god. What a psycho. Come here, boy. Come here. Hey, buddy. Come on. Oh my god. You crazy freak. Come here. Come on. Oh my god, look at you. Crazy mind. Crazy mind. Crazy mind. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. That's what you get, little jerk. Man, what a little freak. God, I don't know. I'm falling again.
Was it on stream last night too?
No, like fuck. I would have just immediately ended it right then and there if it happened and had a fucking meltdown, honestly. Because I did a little bit when it did break. Because I didn't smoke either at all that day either, so I was just chip mode with it. Well, I'm gonna need to drink some of this before I pop that in there.
Do you know you have a fucking 2-liter in the fucking house? And we have fucking ice?
This is nice and chill too?
Yes, but we have a 2-liter in the fucking house.
I got this for my fucking burrito.
Oh, you got it.
Why do you think I have it?
I didn't know you went to Super Burrito, fuckbird.
Well, I figured this would have given an idea.
You can get those at Safeways too.
Yeah, I know.
So shut up. Ass clown.
Clown ass.
Ass clown.
Smart ass clown. You know those like
Funnels?
Yeah.
I have one. If you go into my lair and figure out where your dog chewed the little one.
Oh no.
He just chewed the little one with the handle off.
Oh.
It's still fucking workable.
Why do you do this?
Because he chews my shit. Because he knows I'm not there. Because he knows if I'm here, I'll beat the fuck out of him.
Well, also, I guarantee a lot of it's an instinct because he just wants to be with you. Look at him.
He wants to be with me for some ungodly fucking reason. It's on the floor somewhere around there.
Don't be jumping on this thinking it's a toy.
Yeah. I came home to like, what the fuck? Why is my shit chewed? Oh, I don't know if that will work. I think the hole's plugged.
No.
Okay. You're peeing on yourself. That's alcohol abuse right there.
Hey, that's why I wanted the funnel in the first place, because there would have been way more. Not just a...
Some good shit, huh?
That's pretty smooth.
Huh?
That's pretty smooth.
I should have got the fucking 10-year one.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, you don't need to overgo tonight. We both have to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm doing different. I I have cherry Pepsi.
Oh. Wow. Now that would be pretty good.
Hopefully.
Alright, that was mostly burping.
Yep.
Do that one more time. There we go.
Does it fit over there?
Yeah.
Does it fit in your hole? Your cubby hole? Fit.
Much better. That's so much better. The Legion has numbers on this side. Whoa. Whoa, man. Well, they have all the NCR in New Vegas, and then basically shows the biggest advantage is Haven. Vertebrates and Power Armor. I'm just gonna be honest, you're probably fucked. If they marked the NCR, you're done. It's kind of like when the... What?
Try.
Oh.
Cherry Pepsi.
Get it. Pretty good. Move this right here. Good fucking lord. There we go. Okay. Shut up. Hey.
He's sitting on my fucking feet.
Alright, I'm doing this. Alright.
You little turd.
I know, he's been a turd today. And you've just been having zoomies the last few days, too. It's been a nutball.
That's why I was all fucking destroyed.
Well, of course.
Yeah, Uncle wasn't home and I'm a fuck up Uncle shit.
He fucks up my show when I'm not home either, right? It's, you know, it's like we're both victims of this.
Yes, we are.
I don't know. There's been times he's fucked my room up pretty good. So, I don't know. I mean, I think it's equal. I guess him, maybe just out of sheer times Zukav's done it to him in comparison to me. I've expensive beer and fancy feast MC. What's up, man? Salt my dick and call me Nance Reagan. It's Rip City Base work. Hey, just say no to slapping a dick and calling you Nance Reagan. Just say no. Just like she would.
What? Cock slapping each other? In the mouth?
No, Venom said, well, slap my dick and call me Nancy Reagan. It's Rip City. My friend, Stefan. That Libertarian is hilarious. My representative is based. So who's that Libertarian? Like, I literally, all I saw was that, and I was like, who and why, and I just went back to work. You're gonna have to, run it down with me. What is it? Like, who is this weirdo? Like, I already forgot who this person's name is, by the way. So I'm just gonna let you know right now.
I don't remember shit. I wasn't here, so.
Well, yeah. Well, he was texting me this on the Telegram earlier, and I was like, who? I mean, usually if there's like a libertarian or some shit, you know, usually it's like just literally a random person. Just like some random person at the local Libertarian Party affiliates are just like, well, we'll throw this guy up there. He's charismatic enough.
Any more sub-story on that dick fuck?
On what the fuck?
The guy who was masturbating in front of...
Oh, that Republican guy? Yeah. Well, from what I understand, it's too late to get him off the ballot, so he's essentially pretty much, like, half his shit, like, crushed. But there's some people that also kind of voted early, and when it came to that information, they're like, oh shit, wait. So they're like, I didn't exactly want that. But chances are he's not gonna fucking win his election seat. So what is this?
Oh, you even got a new bowl piece with that one too. That's cool.
Dude, what enough? Dude, this fucking... Dude, this website is, like, partially, like, really weird to navigate. Venom got to bullet. My state senator keeps running out commercials about how to use okay, stop the government expansions. It's like... Because, you know, I guarantee you that senator, or that state senator knows exactly what both of those things mean. It's like, stop government expansion as I go into government. It's like, what? My state representative is a progressive firefighter. Your state rep? Some progressive firefighter guy? Nice. I mean, mine's pretty based because it's Mark Gamba, the previous mayor, so... I pretty much got my shit all figured out now. I got it all right here and stuff, just ready to go now. I already kind of knew what I was going to vote in it for most of it, and then I was like, I'll like kind of look into some of this other stuff, and after I did, I was like, alright, feel confident doing that, and this and that. Alright, that looks done. Cool. Slap that bitch up, and just turn in on one of my days off. On the county ballot measures. I only had 2, and one of them was to ban psilocybin for 2 years. Despite, you know, it being decriminalized in the state and shit. And I'm just like, fucking why? Like, that's for my county. And then there's a metro thing where it's basically just maintaining, like, the funding and stuff for, you know, water and park protection shit and stuff. So, I mean, you know, there's a few things in there that, you know, are... I'm like, yes on that, because, yeah, maintaining, you know, what we got going with that ain't bad. But then, yeah, then there's the, like, let's ban psilocybin for 2 years, because we don't trust the decriminalization process of it. We want to blah, blah, blah. It's like, what? It's like, man.
What? I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Our county, Clackamas County specifically, has a county ballot measure that wants to ban psilocybin for 2 years. And, you know, because it's decriminalized and medically illegal in the state of Oregon, so that means, like, doctors can potentially prescribe you and stuff like that to it. Clackamas County wants to basically prohibit that for, like, 2 years, essentially. I mean, like, keep it legal for, and, like, yeah, like, it's like a stupid way to say, like, well, we can't necessarily win the fight of keeping it keeping it criminalized, but we're gonna, like, means test it by, you know, prohibiting it for a certain amount of time. You know, they're just literally just trying to drag it out of it being illegal, and it's like, oh my god. We don't trust the medical professionals because we're Clackamas County. You know, I know too many people like that around here, sadly. I don't trust... I mean, just even take the medical part out. It's like, I don't trust professionals. It's like... I can see why. It's like, I have to, like, 90% of the time I hear someone, like, you know, being like that, it's like, yeah, I can see why.
Shut up!
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear your bullshit.
And also, they're the same type of people that think they're like the big, you know, top shot, and it's like, yeah, I can do that and this and that, you know, try to, like, flex and basically are mostly all talk, but if you actually try to make them do something, they flub everything up.
Andrew has a new flavor. I can't believe you actually like this one.
I know,
the funny thing is, it's actually really good.
Yeah, it actually
which
is.
Fucking weird. Oh, and remember how I told you I went to, when I went to the Division Vape and that lady fucking told me that I fucking needed different coils?
Yeah.
She's a fucking lying sack of shit. So I basically paid $25 for fucking 5 coils.
For no reason.
For no reason.
Damn. Well, she was just basically trying to make sure that, you know, business gets an extra buck and shit. Essentially is what she's like.
Same price I pay in Washington. Okay. A bottle like this, like 21 bucks. Bottle that she gave me, 21 bucks. And it's so big. 5 coils up there, $25. New pods, which they don't carry, I got 2 of them for $12.
Hmm.
They were $7 originally for one.
Maybe they should legalize marijuana or lower crime rates. Alabama's doing well on that. Yeah. People pushing and claiming medical cannabis stores would increase crime. It does the opposite. Huh. Like that, it's literally the opposite. Like what? Aye. Of course. Got that back one turn on. Keep my feet warm.
Why don't you close the door?
I don't wander back and forth. Ooh, yeah. Homicide mortality by state. And Alabama, Louisiana, and Missouri are literally all the worst. Along with Arkansas and... Oh, wait, no, that's Mississippi. Well, Missouri's on there, too. Yeah. And not even like Illinois, Michigan, or New York are even that bad. In fact, New York's even better than some of these other ones. It's my fuck you Sunday. I got artisan mac and cheese and a bunch of beer. Nice. Upside down, ignore. Am I upside down? Huh? Huh? Am I somehow upside down? Here. Oh, wait a minute. Did it not even show this? Oh, what in the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, I can see why. Alright, hold on. Here, let me do this real quick. My fucking screens. Son of a bitch. Okay. You were when you brought the screen. Oh, well, weird. Here, alright, here, let me do this real quick. Let me fix these screens because they want to be bitches. There we go, and you too. Yes, you too. Come on, bitch. There we go. There we go. Now I have this one. Okay, okay. And now this one. Yay! Now they should pop up. Nope, there we go. There we go. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, fix the swoop. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright, now we can see what we're looking at. There we go. Yeah, it seems like that deep south though is pretty gnarly. While a good chunk of the state here, you know, like northeast and shit, it's actually better than I thought. Like the big states that like a lot of, especially a lot of far right types like to really crow about, like Illinois because of Chicago, or Michigan because of Detroit, or New York because of, well, New York. I mean, at least, especially with the state in totality, it's like its murder rate is not even close to Louisiana, Mississippi, or Alabama, Arkansas, Missouri, or South Carolina. There, North Carolina's got like a different shade of blue going on in comparison to these other ones. What does that mean? Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, it literally is just its own shade of blue. Does it just have 2020? Yeah, I guess it doesn't have 2021. Yeah, but ignore what one job where he only works 2 weeks a month, but gets paid every week on a step at. Yeah. New York City doesn't even have a remotely high homicide rate. They just like scream about crime, which I'm sure New York has, but it's like all the same type of shit that you would probably see in any other major city, like petty theft and shit like that. You know, fucking crimes of poverty type of stuff. Like, I mean, that's, you know, a lot of what happens in New York really isn't that much different in comparison to a lot of other cities. At least when it comes to, like, issues of, like, crime and all that. Which, yeah, like I said, for the most part, pretty much every major city has the same issues. Some issues are exacerbated more so in other cities in comparison to, you know, different cities and shit, but nonetheless, they all, you know, relatively have the same type of fucking problems. Maybe for like one town, it's not necessarily a homeless issue, even though that might be a big issue, but it might, you know, be a drug issue. That might be like the big problem. But in like other places, it might, you know, just be like homelessness and then like petty, you know, theft crimes and shit, but not really much of a drug problem. Even though these would still be problems going on. Just not as much in comparison to maybe other issues that are being heavily exacerbated. Trying to make it so you don't need a concealed carry permit. Concealed carry my stepdad excited for it because he hates having to ask the government if he can carry his gun. Well, it makes sure that fucking psycho bozos like him don't, you know, end up being an idiot with them. And actually, you know, are smart with them. It's just like, because, you know, like, what, you know, because he's gonna totally, absolutely be able to fucking, you know, take on that goob. If push came to shove, it's like, I'm gonna take that goob up now. It's like, yeah, no you're not. Nope. No amount of yee-yees and yee-haws, and, you know, are gonna fucking be able to, like, overcome that shit. Watch your crime rate increase. Yeah, it's literally gonna just, you know, go up even further. Because it just makes it that much easier for the so-called criminals and stuff to get a gun. Nothing stopping him from giving his permit, which is why he shouldn't bitch. It's like, if there's no problems, then quit complaining. It's like, I don't got a record, I don't give a shit about having to check or anything like that, like, whatevs. It's not a big deal to my ass. Because I know I'm gonna be fine when it comes to that shit, but the only reason why someone would be questionable about that in the first place is because they know they'd probably be, you know, liable to fail it. Which makes them that much more important. Because it's not even like the good, like, you know, suddenly it's gonna have like some sort of like tracking device on your fucking firearm or some shit. It's just that once, you know, like, let's say, you know, that gun that you bought was stolen or some shit, or something happened to it, got lost or something, and then it got picked up and was used in a fucking crime, well, then that serial number will be used to trace back to the last previous, at least legal owner of that weapon, and then be able to at least, you know, have a more concrete investigation, at least have more of a standing point to start with, instead of being like, well, I don't know who this belongs to. Also doesn't necessarily stop, you know, from people that could potentially, like, scrape serial numbers off and shit, but even then, you know, there's still ways to be able to find out who owns that. They literally quoted Iran. And fucking, an armed society is a polite society. It's like, not really. No. I mean, I don't mind if someone happens to be, like, armed. Just don't be out armed in public trying to intimidate people and being a fucking idiot with it.
Why not?
Because that, you know, you could potentially, like, harm and be in danger of other people, even yourself, if you're being dumb with a gun. I mean, at least when it comes to just being like, oh, here, let me just have this, you know, you show it off to my buddy or some shit, and then you accidentally, you know, have one in the chamber, then, you know, blat your friend or some shit.
Well, that's their fucking dumbass fault for doing that.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the
I'm
part. I mean,
right.
the irresponsibility of like having someone not be properly trained with it, even if someone is an owner, shows a friend their gun shit. I mean, it should still be part of responsibility. Like, here's how you fucking like hold on to it. Don't fucking put your finger here. Don't do this or that. Blah blah blah. Because obviously, guns aren't just toys and shit. I mean, they can be fun, but they're at the same time they're not toys. So,
God damn, why is my car so fucking expensive?
I don't know. You probably go for a used one or something. If I want
That's what I'm
Craig.
looking at.
Tried the Craig?
Fuck Craig, that's private seller, that's not a dealership.
So, could be cheaper.
Private sellers don't take car loans.
Oh. Yeah, dealerships suck ass. Yeah, like, that's kind of why I was, like, mentioning that first. Quick for the one. Yeah. Like, if I was gonna get a car, I'd probably do that first. Just find someone that is like, yeah, this needs, like, a tune-up, this and that here and there, but don't need no more. Yeah, just want, like, a grand for it. Get a McCorolla.
I don't want a Corolla. Want that.
A Lancer.
Uh-huh. I don't feel like paying $30 for my fucking Subaru.
Yeah, no. It's like what I'd make in 2 fucking years. Jesus Christ. I don't even do payments now with disability now, phone line. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, being up here would be more easier, honestly. And you wouldn't even really have to worry about, like, transit or getting from point A to B because there's public transit and shit like that.
What's how much my Subaru is?
Fuck, what the hell? Boo.
That's also a 2015. With 80,
Lancers aren't bad.
85K.
Think gas mileage is kind of shitty. I don't know anything about any of these, any of the shit, so.
Little car goes fast. That's all it is.
Little car that has the zoomy zooms. Zoom zoom. So there you go. Boom. Whoa. Bicep has a community post. This is kind of cool. Against the backdrop of a brutal war, thousands of young Ukrainian hippies gathered in the mountains of a giant party at the annual Shai Pit Festival. Based hippies. Oh yeah, there's a war going on just across the the river over there in the mountainous regions here. Fuck that. We're having Shai Fest. What was it called? Shai Pit. We're having Shai Pit Festival. Fuck you. We're going to have a lot of psychedelics, fire the dances, and bonfires, bitch. Proceeds to hear the distant artillery fire in the background. I take a Lancer over a Subaru. I don't trust their older engines due to the head gasket issue. Lancers are pretty reliable. Well, that's why he was like, I want that. Plus it was way more cheaper than the
30.
Subaru. Yeah, like the Lancer was like, what, 15?
16,
15, something like that. I think in between it, while the Subaru that he was mentioning was like 30.
We could go with the all good zoom car.
Mazda 3.
Mazda 3.
That's
Their
it.
slogan is zoom.
Yeah. And it's a little bit more than the Lancer at 18K about. Which isn't it as,
With 37K on it.
1600 or 16K? 16K.
For what, the Lancer or the Mazda?
I think the Lancer. The
Lancer was 16.
$18K only shit is expensive cars. Cars like 4K. Well, I know, like, the car market, especially since COVID, has gotten all jank. So it's like a lot of vehicles, even older cars, that have gotten more expensive. I don't necessarily know if that means like that's still the case now, but got my car during COVID. Well,
like 40.
Again, I'm not 100% too sure about like now at this point, and
you know what I want.
You know, at least when it came to like also like, you know, Craigslist deals or private deals like that, that isn't, you know, exactly the same as just the usual car market. The Craig fuck dealerships, yeah. I'm pretty much on the same boat with it. I prefer just find something that's used. It's a little beater, I could tune it up, shit like that, not a big deal. If anything, there's a little bit of like, you know, personality to that.
But if I got
and it's more personal that way, because then you have to like work with it. Instead of just getting it and just like, yeah, got it. Don't have to work with it until like 5 years later, or if you're stupid and fuck it up somehow. PT Cruiser is one of the worst cars ever. My first car was PT Cruiser, but my ex got it when we broke up. One of the worst cars ever. So many mechanical issues. Yeah, see, I don't know much about what is a good car, what isn't. But at least when it comes to like, you know, what I would want.
Anything with 4 wheels with a motor.
That's essentially is how I am about it. That's literally is how I am about it. Like, that's why I'm okay with like private, like, you know, I'll just go to somebody's place that's selling a car for like $2,000 or some shit.
You can't find it.
Well, that's like Craigslist, you know, you might...
Craigslist, you'll find something that's like probably beat the fuck and ran through the mill 5 million times, just like runs.
Well, it depends on what you can find. It really does depend. I've been on Craigslist off and on, even during COVID, where I've found some pretty decent vehicles under 3,000, 250, you know, about somewhere around there.
Yeah.
You unintentionally fucked your Excel mount. That thing probably turned into a money pit. I had it for 3 years, and the only issue I had was went through oil like a mad lad.
Is there anything up there that looks good?
So it probably needed a new oil filter, or probably needs something done with its oil. Or like the oil shit, or whatever the fuck. See, I see this how much I know about cars.
You find your truck yet?
You can get a 1990s Corolla for around $2K. Not a fucking Corolla, just whatever the fuck. Like, I don't... I don't know, like anything. And one that I imagined that you would have to work on. Like, I mean, if I were to get something, I would go on Craigslist and shit. Where at that point, I would just basically like, alright, if I have to like tune the radiator or do this or that or, you know, do an oil change or whatever the fuck, those things are not a problem to me. Like, I'm okay with, you know, working on shit like that. I just don't want it to be a project like fucking Harley with his vehicles, you know what I mean? I don't want that. I want it like already running, but just need some maintenance work, you know, here and there. And then after that, you know, just personalizing it and touching it up and shit like that.
Freaking care as long as it's not a red
1990s Volvos for $2K, but they get worse fuel economy. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, I'm not tuning the radiator, Lamau. Fuck off! I told you I'm not, like, you know, what, calibrate I don't know what the fucking lingo is. Like, it's... asshole. Like, I mean, I told you I don't know shit about cars, bro. I know, like, the most bare minimal basics of that shit, and even then I fuck up, okay? Like... I know how to use gas pedal, go in reverse, and use steering wheel, you know, and brake pedal. Like, I know that shit.
Do you know how to change your oil?
I've seen enough videos to where I can kind of get an idea. I would just have to figure out where it all is for the vehicle that I would have. See, there's things I would be able to figure out if it broke.
There's things I can show you in 2 minutes on Sarah's car.
Yeah. See, I mean, I would be able to figure it out. I just don't know shit because I haven't worked on a vehicle yet. Or at least not enough, you know, where it's extensive, where that knowledge is sticking. Radiators don't have calibration. If it broke, you replace. Well, okay. Get what my bro has a 1990s Toyota Corolla. What if I want like a van or something? You know how I am about having a van.
Stoner hippie van.
That, you know, I can
Volkswagen?
sleep. That I could sleep in the back of. And,
yeah,
well,
stoner hippie van.
What? Well, those things are fucking expensive. Like the hippie vans, like the Volkswagen ones, those go up in real price.
Yeah, you can get a new Volkswagen hippie van.
A new one? Those things are that's what I mean. They're expensive, especially when they're fucking in a really good condition. I mean, I could find one that'd still be really expensive. That's a little worn down, but it'd still be way more expensive than well within my budget. 1990 vans get awful fuel economy. I'm not just thinking 1990s. I mean, what the year is, I don't care. Like, it could be like a 1950s fucking van and I wouldn't give a shit. If it gets me from point A to B and doesn't have many issues, then fine. I'll work with it.
Phone being slow.
A Model T, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just get a functional Model T Ford, buy that bitch, and just drive that around. That's my whip. A Model T Ford. How do you do, neighbor? A 60 to 70 year old car, that's a project like Harley has, plus even less fuel economy. If it runs and it's cheap and gets me from point A to B.
That's fucking ridiculous.
I mean, like, for fuck's sake, I'm not like literally thinking. Oh my god, you're thinking way more complicated about it than you're making it more complicated than it is. I'm just saying, you know, like, it could be whatever the fuck it is, as long as it gets me from point A to B and runs and is something that I, you know, would be pertaining to interest in. If I don't, equal Corolla. But is it van though? Is it a van though?
A what? No, I don't want to.
I mean, because honestly, like, I know vans, especially with just cars in themselves, aren't going to be as, you know, good fuel economy in itself.
I know you like your hipster car, no.
If it bleeds, it's old enough to breed. My uncle might be a sicko. If it bleeds, it's old enough to breed. Does that motherfucker know that, like, if you're, like, a 3-month-old and you somehow scratch yourself, or you got scratched or something, and you're bleeding, like you're, what? your uncle is very questionable. If it, like, because, I mean, because, like, if it's also, like, if he's especially meaning, like, bleeding, like, period blood bleeding, that's even fucking worse, because then he's really being specific. And that's, you might have somebody in the family. You know what I'm saying?
Send me the link.
To be fair, he's incredibly drunk right now. It sounds like, yeah, okay. So it sounds like he's not being specific, but still gross. Yeah, because it kind of implies a lot of things. And also that implies it's not just the human species that he'd go after too, you know what I'm saying? Like, because if it bleeds, like if I cut my dog because I'm a piece of shit, he's going to bleed, you know what I mean? The implications of the logic that your uncle's having even while he's drunk. But at least, like, I could kind of maybe let it slide just a tad bit because he's drunk and he's just kind of like, well, with that dope woman right there bleeding, well, yeah, she can fuck and she can breathe damn. Like, I mean, you know, like, I guess there's like a benefit of the doubt, but that is a very small one. I'm not giving him a lot. It's Alabama, probably a PDF file on time to Roblox. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but, you know, the drunk caveat does kind of add a layer of, like, okay, you know, deniability, I suppose. But, you know what they say about liquid courage. Sometimes your more deeper thoughts just loosely bloop, come out, you know?
Where is it?
So, yeah. Terrain SLT. 18K.
Yeah, the GMC.
Huh.
And 17. It's a 2011.
I think so far that Lancer is like the cheapest one. At least my friend Ripsy is saying that's the most, at least.
This is for an SUV.
Huh.
I can seat 5 people in this.
Hey. Reached across the table and smacked him, and now he's on the ground snoring. You smacked him, and now he's snoring? You knocked him out. If it bleeds, it fucking breeds.
Oh, who said that?
Venom's uncle, who's drunk And then he smacked him, and now he's sleeping on the ground, snoring.
Good.
Are you sure you don't want a car?
Why? What'd you find?
Well, I changed
Fuck SUVs, Lamau. I mean, like, I'm not against SUVs. I just prefer vans because you could do the same thing, fit a lot of people in it. But if you don't want to do that, you can use it as storage or like a small baby portable home. You know, set the back up, the cargo space up with a little bit of carpet, a little shelf on the side, and one little other end with a little bed. You can make it a pretty decent little pad.
You wanted the light you can see, didn't you?
You should get this picture of van, but better. What is this? I mean, that is a van, a Geo Metro.
Geo Metro? That's a little car.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Hatchback.
Yeah, it's a little hatchback. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the first image, I didn't see it quite well, but yeah, as soon as I saw these other, yeah, it is a hatchback. Yeah.
All you have to see is Geo Metro, and I know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, oh, what's this, a van? And then I scroll around, I was like, oh, that's a Geo Metro, okay. Then I look down here, it's a 92 Geo Metro, yeah. 23
to 31 miles per gallon.
Honestly, you know, like, I could see myself having something like that.
255.
Legacy 2.5i Premium. You know, should get himself an RV and just roam around America seeing sights. I want to do that. I mean, I would have to save a lot of fucking money and actually have like 10K in the bank for a long trip like that, because I would obviously want the home plate of being here and all that shit, but to take like a year to like 6 months, somewhere around that time frame off to be like, yo, I'm fucking like, I'm traveling, baby. Going in my RV. I basically
Why is
just
there a car on the fucking internet?
I mean, basically, I would just go from fucking
yeah, with 90
from Oregon,
99K.
just go straight east, go for Montana, and just kind of go for the Midwest and go for there.
Familiar?
Ultima.
No, look at it.
What about it?
Have you seen Sarah's?
Yeah, is that
That's
it?
her exact same color of her car.
Oh. But yeah, so
Subaru.
but basically I cut for the Midwest, go to like the Northeast into like New England and shit, and then go south, and then I'll, you know, maybe skip Florida. You know, I'll go for some of the southern states, obviously, you know, like
Shipping
Georgia and shit like that. You know, cut for Texas, and then use that as a way to kind of go up for Colorado, and then kind of cut to Utah, then go down south, and then go to San Diego, then move all the way up north to Highway 101 and go back to Oregon.
250.
Like, it'd basically be like a gigantic, weird little, like, polygonal circle. Where it kind of pinches near the Midwest. Because, obviously, I'll be going back north to go for Colorado and Wyoming and shit to go for Yellowstone, too.
Oh, okay, whatever. That's probably because it's in Vancouver.
No, it's in
I'm feeling hard. I'm out of fake weed cigarettes, Delta 8. So I'm so
nice
sober it hurts. Well, I mean, be like your uncle and just have a drink or two or something. I don't know. These things are tanks. A tank? I like tanks. Oh, dude, a Volvo? Dude, fuck yeah. I totally have a Volvo, bro. I love Volvos.
Air conditioned.
4K, a 91 Volvo 740.
Oh, see, yeah, we need that.
Dude, I totally would fucking, like, hop in the whip on this Volvo, dude. I love Volvos.
278 to 327.
Yeah.
The headliner is starting to deteriorate. Retaining clips have been used to keep it in place. The AC needs to be recharged, but as far as I know, the system itself is fine. Well, not a big deal. Speedometer, although rarely, can sometimes flicker and act odd. It returns to normal and accurate indication. One hubcap is missing. Out, who cares? Ignore, should buy a Volkswagen, the people's car.
Yeah,
I mean, a Volvo is just fine. Volvo's made some really awesome, very reliable military trucks, too.
72 months.
Yeah, like military Jeeps. Volvo's actually a really good company. I like Volvo. And the Swedish. Volvo.
Holy fuck.
Oh my god.
Honey, with my credit, with my fair credit, with 2,000 down,
Not
272
Volvo.
to 319.
1990s Volvo is generally more reliable than 1990s Volkswagen. Volvo. Yeah, I'm saying Volvo. Or Volvo. It's not Volva.
Yeah, we can't get it.
I mean, even though it's spelled differently, the first part of the word does sound similar, but it's
it goes from
more of a
14 to
Swedish
17.
word, so it's also going to be Volvo. Or Volvo.
Mm-hmm. That's what 0 down.
They say most men have a hard time finding clears, but I don't. Beeline right to it. How is it hard? I mean, it's like if I mean, I've pretty much have only been down there once, and fuck, it's not that hard to like. I mean, if you've seen like the one general if you've seen where one basic generalized example. You know kind of where to look for. You know the location in a general level. So if you know where that general area is, how in the fuck is it hard to find?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is why we need sex education. They're very hard to miss somehow. I guess that could be a factor. Some women's clits are just very small in comparison to, being more enlarged. Everything's clit if you're over 18 and brave enough.
4-door. That'd be cool. Still a little hard.
Honestly, I might honestly bookmark this Volvo low-key. Because I've been kind of thinking about, dealing with the whole license situation, and, my mom be like, hey, my friend found this, and I like Volvos, and I want to get my license against it. I was like, hey, maybe we can work something out, maybe with the grandpops or something like that. Where I can, maybe, do a payment plan with him, and, to, slowly pay back, for this or some shit, because I'm not going to be able to make 4K, fucking that, it's gonna take a while. It took me a while to fucking save up 1,000.
200.
So it's just it's gonna be a minute.
I said 200's out of the question.
Take a trip down the set. Yeah, I mean, if I did that RV trip I was talking about, that's why I covered south, because I'd meet at least some of the people that I know down there. I just leave it at I like Volvos and make a grand exit.
Yeah, I wouldn't be paying 15%.
I mean, I kind of wanted to be like, hey, mama, I like Volvas. And just shouldn't be confused, did he say Volvos or Volvas? What?
Yeah, they probably would give it to me low.
Let's see what the missing hubcap is. Oh, yeah, it ain't a big deal. If anything, I could just replace the hubcaps with different hubcaps. Ooh, what if I get white line tires?
Yeah.
Replace all the tires with the little white liners around this and change the color scheme a little bit to an emerald green or something. Oh, dude, see, I'm already thinking about what I could do with this Volvo just for just exterior work. Interior work doesn't even really need it. Actually, the interior is pretty nice. Hallelujah, I thought you were gay, Mama Ignore. She's, funny enough, she actually thinks I'm gay. Even though I'm like, Mom, I'm bi, not gay. There's a difference. Honestly, this Volvo is actually kind of nice. It is a really nice condition. I mean, it's got its wear and tear, but, whatever, who cares? It's nice. Oh, I can see where some of that headliner and stuff is deteriorating, too. I see where they're talking about there.
I know it does.
Though that looks like it could be fixable. Just replace the header, or the headliner thing, with a new one. It looks like it's pretty easy.
You're older. Okay, you're older than you.
You should fuck with your religious family so you found Jesus in a man's butthole. No. That's a bad idea. Yeah, there was just this dude's butthole, and it was just sitting on his couch, and it's sitting on this, and I just found Jesus inside. Yeah.
Okay. Wait. Not gonna find a car for under fucking 15.
I mean, you might be able to find, well, obviously, I mean, it'd be more of a cash-only thing, I guess, with Craig, but because car loans wouldn't work that way, but I still want that Volvo though.
Volvos are expensive to fix.
Well, the one I saw was in pretty decent condition. It said it needs to like recharge AC and a couple other issues, but other than that, radio's not the original newer radio with Bluetooth functionality. Oh, cool!
So you can listen to music.
The overdrive feature of this car has been removed due to these issues with it. This isn't really a big deal because very few people use this feature for cars. So, okay, whatever. Yeah, but it's basically, the bad essentially is saying one hubcap missing, headliners start to deteriorate, and retaining clips have been used to keep it in place, which I saw those. AC needs to be recharged. The speedometer rarely can sometimes flicker and act odd, but then returns to normal and accurate indication. So, well, I mean, there's a couple issues, but very minimal and like benign ones, if that. It's only $39.99, $3,999. So, I mean, honestly, not too bad. Oh, it actually was posted about 9 hours ago. I think I'm bi-curious. Dude, you're not bi-curious, fuck you, just are bi. I know you enough to just know that, dude. Wait, what's this one? 87 Volvo 240. Oh, it's cheaper. Oh, shit, it's like a station wagon Volvo. A good but old 240 wagon runs and drives current oil change with have 3 decades of paperwork to go with it. Brakes and tires in good condition. Nice. That's all it says to it.
3 decades of fucking paperwork. That's perfect.
That is excellent, yeah.
Because then you know what they had to fucking replace.
Yep, and then I can, specifically kind of see what, I might need to do with it, doing with that. And the specific specs and all that shit, too. Amongst other things that might be important. Oh my god, my friend's just giving me links to, like, all the Volvos. Volvo 740 Turbo Wagon, 2000.
Turbo wagons are cool, but you gotta put premium in them.
Yeah, it's 2,200. It's actually a pretty nice looking fucking Volvo. See, this is why I like Volvos. They always look nice. I kind of like how boxy they look. Oh, I can hella have shit back there. I have Zukov back there too, for little trips.
Fold down the back seat, sleep in them.
Power windows, power brakes, fresh tune-up, distributor service, turbo surfs, good compression, past EQ I have certified. I have a certificate, good brakes, good tires, fun driving, good running car, clean organ title. So, when you used to have personal encounters somehow, you just browse them looking for funny posts. I mean, you can still find funny posts every now and then, but it's far more rare because you can't really get away with doing much. There's not really much you can do, unfortunately. Men looking for men, looking for women. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of funny ones, and honestly, I mean, it was like the precursors to a lot of some of these apps like OnlyFans of shit, if you think about it. Because I mean, it was more of a localized version of hey, meet a hot single, but it was actually more likely to be genuine. I think it was because there's a bunch of fear mongering about there's a Craigslist killer or some shit. Which I honestly don't know how true that really was. This needs to be some cosmetic work, but it's cheap. Cosmetic work? Like the interior? I mean, honestly, the cosmetics of it don't seem terrible. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, I see. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, honestly. From the looks of it, it doesn't look that bad. Passenger door only opens from the outside. What? That's a problem. Starts every time. Drives fine, clean town. Blah, blah, blah. Harley's car. Oh, dude, what the hell? Volvo 850 Turbo 95. It's $900, but I can understand why, dude. Oh my god. This thing is a crust punk car if I've ever seen one, dude. This is crust punk as fuck. Oh my god. What the fuck? Dude, this thing is crust punk as fuck, bro. Oh my lord. It's been used for the Gambler 500. Oh, that's why. It's a Gambler 500. It's a good little car, project car that runs well. It doesn't start at this moment because of the alternator. You'll need to tow the vehicle away. Ah. But replacement alternator in the front. Wait, so they're not going to replace it. They just have a replacement in the front. Oh my lord. Yeah, that's going to need a lot of work. You could always hire Harley to do cosmetic work for him, paint him beer. I'd do it. I just do the cosmetic work. I mean, I'd just make it my own gambler car then. But just do some extra shit to it. Because there's actually a Gambler 500 guy that's like a couple houses down from me. So he'd be like, oh shit, you got one too. I'm like, yep. Now I have to get into that shit now. See what it's about. There. Here, see what little things are on too. Huh? Here. Not much in there. Boo. Boo. Man, there really is like not much at all. What the fuck? Really? Not 30 miles from where I live is a drag strip. They race cars every day. Sometimes I go there and bet on the races. Nice. You ever win anything? Or at least win any money with the bets? That reminds me of the time I offered someone $200 and 6-pack for their car. I mean, hell, I'd do it too if that's all I had. It's like, hey, I know y'all, I know you were asking for like $500 and shit, but hey, well, whoops. But hey, you want to fucking like, you know, just to have $200 and like a 6-pack? You know, fuck it. I was asking for $500, but that works. $50 here and there. I don't bet much because I don't have much. Well, I mean, if you bet and win, then, you know, you get some winnings out of that. I mean, I'm a little bit of a gambling man myself, so every now and then I'll, you know, be like, alright, I guess I'll do a bit. I mean, if you, like, you know, go there enough and see whose vehicles are, you know, ones that win more often and shit, and just kind of watch and, you know, kind of see how it is, then you might be able to get kind of an idea of who to bet for and be able to kind of, like, make more consistent winnings. Refresh this page. See if this offers anything better. Sounds like some sort of like water mill or some shit. Just like with that thing cranking off. $9.50 for a small box of coffee. Jesus fucking Christ. That is just absurd. Here, you want a little small box of like some coffee grains? That'd be like $10. It's like fuck that. Boo. Alright, I'm closing that door really quick. Cause that sure is fucking on, I do say so. You know how close is that door too? I ain't going nowhere. Go back in that little chair. Go sit there all cute like, you little freak. Ugh. There you go. Who's a good boy? Well, you're kind of a good boy sometimes. Sometimes you are. Yes. Ugh. Alabama got some chink prices. Well, I mean, prices up here pre-chink too. For a lot of different fucking things. Those gas prices are falling down from $3.80 a gallon to $3. Yeah, I haven't noticed what the gas prices are. At least around here. I'll have to see what they are. I got to sell cheap there. Yeah. Lucky bastards. It's probably not that fucking, significantly dropped, around here. It's probably still pretty high. I still take expensive gas over $9 coffee, lol. So, I mean, I kind of would too, honestly. To us, that is expensive. To us, that would actually be fucking cheap at this point. Because back in, like, 2017, 18, 19 shit, that was the average prices. Back in the day, it used to be about $3.80 around here on average. We had $2.90 gas. Which was that fucking cheap back in, around here. That was like $2 lower per gallon in Oregon. Yeah. Oh my god, come on, you fucking grinder. Oh, you piece of shit. Oh, you fucking cunt, really? There we go. My experience is like $12. I think that's how much they are around here, too. I'm pretty sure that's, the common price, nationally, if that's the case, then. Because I've seen how much those go for around here, too, and it's about the same. I think the cheapest I've seen is like $11. What the hell? Boo! Here. Is there really fuck all? Did Venus before uploading anything today? I don't think he did. He did not. Boo. Boo. I don't smoke cigarettes unless I'm stressing out, and I don't smoke anything but my experience with camels. So either like take the best quality or like one of the more shittier ones. Like, what a quality difference! My goodness. I'm gonna check the Reddit. Reddit, have something for me. What you got, Reddit? Oh. Let's see. Anything worth checking out? Man, it's giving me random shit that I don't even follow. What the fuck? Even Reddit's being all weird. Oh my goodness, this fluffy fucking mad lad of a fluff. This is a chonk. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that is a literal unironic fucking teddy bear right there. That right there is a fucking ridiculous fluffy teddy bear. Oh my goodness. On a cold night, you'd be warmed up real quick hugging that thing. That's a big, gigantic fluff. Oh my goodness. This Nazi can't stop pushing Jewish conspiracy theories. Oh, it's this fucking weird far-right comic artist. White people be like, and the room full of people laughing, and then it's like Jewish people be like, and it's like, oh, we got the king fucking, about to drag him out. It's like, oh, I can't, be a, edgelord, be a Nazi, and pretend it's like a comedy bit. Meh. Oh my lord, what a fuck. Oh my god. On the 405. Jesus Christ. Honk if you know Kanye is right about the Jews. Well, that definitely isn't a Nazi message. Going on TV. And some fucking Bible verses while they're all being literal Nazis. So, go fucking figure. America, gotta love it. Too bad there isn't a... well, I probably should not say the rest of that. If only a Predator drone was around. Let's just say that. Doing scouting missions. We could just have the Army Corps engineers repair things afterward. I don't know. Satire. Satire, YouTube. I mean, no, seriously, where's a fucking drone strike where you need one? Because methinks that's where you can use one. It's like, like right there. Just right there. Just have it just like way off there in distance, like off in clouds, and all of a sudden you just see like a... That's all you need. That's all you need. Except that smokes Korean cigarettes called this because they're $2.50 a pack. Korean cigarettes? Sounds interesting. Sounds curious, actually. What would be the difference between Korean tobacco versus just American tobacco, I guess? I attempted to take a photo of Jupiter on max zoom on my phone and it came out rather phallic. Jupiter's look like it's got itself a little bit of a hard on there. Damn Jupiter. Literally space porn. Japanese space porn because pixels. Jupiter looks like it would fit perfectly in your anus. Oh my god. Oof. God damn it. It's fucking Reddit. Son of a bitch. Oh my god. Aye. Finance balance. It doesn't say if it's made in North or South North Korea, just made in Korea. Probably South Korea. If it says made in Korea, chances are it means South Korea. What the fuck's going on here? It's a public freak out, but do I even want to click it? Found this on Instagram stories. I guess they're going to jail and this will be used as evidence. What's going on here? Dang, what happened to her? What just happened? What just fucking... What? She got like hit with... What the fuck? Oh, she got literally fucking pistol whipped is what happened. The fuck? Do I need audio to understand what the fuck's going on here?
With this shit, nigga. You ain't even right fuck with no bitches, nigga. Come on now, nigga.
Okay, I think alright, so it sounds like some fucking tussle and a girlfriend happened to be there with a dude and they were in a beef and obviously he's knocked out. I mean, I guess I could show a little bit of this. You know, dude, you know, talking shit, background, has a buddy who comes in later to pistol whip her after they knocked his ass on the ground. I'm assuming because he also got pistol whipped. So, it just sounds like literally some, like, fucking, like, beef shit. At first I thought he punched her, but he fucking pistol whipped her in the face. Yeah, it took me a minute to figure that out. His front slap, holy fuck. I was just trying to stop him from throwing it, fucking up the guy who's already out. Fuck these people. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who those two dudes were, but they're definitely pieces of fucking shit. Just basically, essentially, fundamentally being like, here, we're just gonna terminate people because fuck them, we don't like you. Well, they're most certainly probably gonna be arrested since there's open fucking evidence of it. Persecution fetish, creeper alert, right winger being gross and weird. Oh my god, what? Oh, shit, where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. Screen! Get back! Get back, screen. There we go. If you're between 15 and 4 years old, Halloween has simply become an excuse for women to dress like prostitutes without the proper societal moral judgment upon their immodesty. You're calling yourself out a lot there, buddy. Age 15 is the time he thinks children become adults. Yep. Because they're all fucking either hebophiles at best, or fucking just outright pedophiles at worst. Well. Is there anything more depressing than left-wing architecture? Oh, I've seen this. Homelessness. Yeah, I saw this the other day. Or earlier today. I saw this sometime recently. Look at all this left-wing cultural Marxist architecture. That's globalist. Look what they did. It's like, you know what's worse? Is not having a fucking home in the first place, dipshit. Whoops. Wait, insane footage showing Russian pilots cam ejecting from shot down Su-25. What? Okay, I got it. Alright, I kind of want to see this. This looks a little crazy. I won't see. Oh shit! Oh, it just starts right into it. Yo, where's the fucking plane? I want to see the plane as it fucking tumbles, dude. Oh, there it is, dude. That is some fucking serious quick thinking on that, you know, on him, dude. That was 10 seconds. He ejected in less than 10 seconds and his plane blew up. That looked like it hurt. Yeah, he's on the ground. He's in pain. He's hurting. Yeah, he's actually pretty hurting. He's like, oh fuck, God, that was rough. Oof. They're probably thinking, this is like thinking everything under the sun that he's fucking alive, I guess. Now he's just in the middle of a field. Well, shit. Now what? Oh, yeah, there's, that's where he got up. Oh shit, his radio still works and shit. So I guess he could communicate with his buddies. maybe. Yeah, there's the wreckage there. Damn. He was not that high up. Yeah, let's go back to the beginning of it. Oh yeah, he is very low to the ground. That's why, yeah, like, let's see. I mean, that was the sound of it being hit right there. And so from 7 seconds, ejects, and 7 seconds into that, boom. That is very, very quick thinking. Ooh. Oh god, that still looks rough just looking at that. Oof, that looks like it hurts a lot. It's partly why I don't want to skydive. Like, I feel like I would be able to be okay when I'm like vibing with my shooting shit. But the landing is it looks rough. In fact, if you land wrong, you could straight up break your back or your hips or your legs or all of it. Like, you can actually legit fuck yourself up if you don't land right. But damn, dude. That is entirely novel footage, never seen quite like. Dude, yeah, honestly, that is like, I think that's legit the first time I think I've seen. I mean, see much about the war going on over there right now. I mean, there's been some fucking insane, crazy footage like no one's ever seen, you know, coming out of it. I don't think that's ever been recorded before like that. Like, that is like something new. That's actually pretty fucking weirdly cool. But also shows how like massive, you know, the warfare really is. Like, you know, he was literally in the middle of a field where there's probably no fucking soldiers around him for miles. Like, he's just kind of there, and maybe at most like 2 miles away there's probably like, you know, that anti-air unit that fucking took him down. But they're not gonna bother fucking trying to hunt his ass down. They're gonna have another detachment drive over there and find him. So unless he can find his way back, you know, on his own, he's gonna get caught anyway. It's probably how that footage came out. He was eventually captured. I'd have to guess. Or he was picked up by his buddies and was able to go back to his base. Either way, that's still some fucking impressive footage. Too bad we couldn't really see the plane like falling down though, but we were able to see that last second of it like hitting the ground though. So that's still really cool. Especially to kind of give you the time frame of how far it, you know, or how long he really had, you know, to eject. If he waited any longer, he probably would have died. So that's pretty crazy. Because the way the plane was falling, if he did wait another second, that plane would be upside down and he would literally fucking like eject and be rocketing towards the ground. Like, so like there was no other chance to eject besides that 2 little second time frame from getting hit and crashing. Yeah. Oops. What's this? United States still refusing unvaccinated travelers from Canada. This is bad news. My friends returned around today. What? Some people don't get it. White people Twitter. No vax. It's like we were turned down. What the fuck? Yeah, like, you know, because if you're not vaxxed, so, like, you can't exactly travel. That's probably why you dip shit. Humans being bros. Saving a fowl that got trapped in mud. I'm guessing there are wild horses, but I'm not sure. Aww. Oh my god, Bubba. Don't worry. Uncle Bubba's coming in to save the day, brother. Like, oh my god. Man, that is some thick ass mud and shit, though. Don't worry, baby. You're being saved. Up you go. It must be caught on something in there. Oh, no, there you go. Oh, it's too exhausted.
Yeah.
Must have been struggling to get out of there for a while if it's just collapsing like that. It's tired. Obviously, the rest of them are waiting though. Like these horses, I mean, that's why I love horses. They're really smart. Because this might be in Kazakhstan or something. Yeah, I've seen the Cyrillic there. So this might be Kazakhstan or some shit. Kazakhstan's Bubba. He's coming in to save the day, brother. But yeah, but either way, like, I love horses because they're so smart. Like, I mean, they recognize that this dude's trying to help out their baby fowl here. Like, and I'm assuming the one right there is the mama, right there in front. And she recognizes that, you know, these humans are helping them out. So they're sticking pretty close by to, you know, let him get the fowl close enough to where they can, you know, pick her up or pick the baby up. Yeah, those wild horses seem really relaxed. Like, they know that, you know, he's being nice and trying to actually help out this baby. Yeah, she's just wanting to, you know, get to a point where she kind of, like, you know, get to her. Oh, well, that's why. It's just like a little watering hole, but there's just like a very thick mud pit right here. So all these horses came to drink water here. Obviously, the adult horses would be fine, but, you know, for a baby, it's obviously kind of a deadly spot. Oh, well, it kind of left us hanging just a little bit, but it's you know, it's all on the shore now for sure. It ain't gonna fucking, you know, it ain't gonna drown now at that point, so. Baby fowl saved. Aw. That was a human being. That was a human bro right there. That was a bro. Top bloke, that one. Why are you naked and covered in mud? I saved the horse. It's like, why are you? Nothing. Can I just not, like, drop lids? That'd be convenient. I don't like dropping shit. Pfizer plans to sell COVID vaccine at 10,000% mark. Oh, yeah. It's where it's like, yeah, we're gonna make it cost like $150 and shit because profits. We're not going to renew those, you know, contracts to keep it free and easily accessible. So I better fucking get my, you know, my next shot, like, now. Like, at this point, so before this happens. I ain't spending $150-something bucks for that shit. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. I want to, like, I don't know, get money for it like I did the last time. Or like a 10% off on, like, literally, like, any purchase situation or some shit. Which, that was actually kind of nice. It's like, hey, you know, you got vaccinated, here, you have a 10% off card. Actually, employees got 2. But everybody, you know, that went to our store and stuff that got them would get a 10% one. But employees would get an extra one. So we'd actually get 20% off. So it's actually pretty nice. Plus on top of whatever sales were on there. So honestly, it's just like, when I got that, when I got those little slips, I'm like, ooh, I know what I'm doing. And it happened to be a real major, like, Friday sale situation, and I was just like, alright, I'm just gonna, like, get all the club deals and use both of these, and I saved, like, I think half of like, what I would normally would have spent. Like, it was at least half off. I was like, fuck yeah. If it wasn't, like, at half off, it was either just a little under or a little over. So, good shit. But no, now we have to spend money to fucking get it. It's like, fuck you. Can it not cost money for me to be healthy, please? Thank you. It's like, that would be nice. And these vaccines are the only thing with my health that I need to, like, you know, deal with either. So, it'd be nice if I didn't have to pay for it. Assholes. Because I need to still follow up with my gut and shit. get more of like a thorough scan on what the fuck's up with that, which I'm pretty confident I know what it is, which luckily hasn't really flared up too much lately. I mean, a little bit, but not too bad. Definitely nowhere near as bad as it was when I had to go to the hospital for it, but still, obviously I want to follow up with it, nonetheless. And especially when things start flaring up, you know, make sure I have the medication that, you know, would be prescribed for me when dealing with things like that. So, you know, just, you know, shit like that. And then, you know, like, I'm sure other shit that I'm probably unaware of, because I want to do just a general checkup overall and be like, I want to make sure there's nothing else wrong with me. Because that'd be nice. Because I want to make sure if there is something wrong, I can be aware of it and deal with it as needed. Because, you know, those things are important. It's just kind of hard for it to be important when it's, you know, I don't know, expensive. Get out. Sweet. You know what, here, I want to kill some of this dead air. Let's get some background music going on here. Not have just silence. Oh wait, hold up, what's this? Fascism and black metal and how to spot it. It honestly isn't that hard. Well, it's tricky, I would say. Because there's a lot of like black metal and especially folk metal that isn't, you know, fascists, or at least the band members themselves aren't at all. But because of like some of the more like folk or some of the more like satanic or pagan type of symbology that they would use, some of that, you know, overlaps with, you know, some of the appropriation that the Nazis did with a lot of symbolism, especially when it came to a lot of pagan symbolism. So fascist metal, well, it's not like a literal genre, but no, there are, unironically, there is legitimately a fascist subgroup and like sub-community within the heavy metal community, especially when it comes to death metal and black metal. In fact, like the biggest explicitly fascist metal festival is actually in Ukraine. And you know, a lot of European fascists and neo-Nazis go there every year to listen to heavy metal and black metal and shit. And it's all bands that, you know, in their themes and in the motifs of the bands and shit are basically all fascistic and Aryan and neo-Nazi in nature, instead of just being like satanic or anti-Christian or shit like that. So there, unironically, is legitimately like a sub-community of like fascists that listen to heavy metal, black metal, and shit like that. And they're really fucking annoying. I mean, honestly, hell, when we were at that Sabaton show with all of us together, I mean, when that little prelude for that thing that Sabaton was sponsoring and shit, like, I mean, like, whoever started that fucking chant, for example, like, that's one. You know, the dude who started that USA chant, like, that guy was probably, you know, one of them. Maybe, you know, some of the other people, you know, who started to join in later, probably not so much, but the dude starting it and be like, America, USA, you know, like that shit, that is, you know, how you spot them. You know, there's you know, it's not exactly too hard to spot some of these types. I mean, if you're not aware about it or not, you know, that, you know, enveloped into, you know, the metal community, it's going to be kind of hard to point out. The intro was weird propaganda. I mean, it was. I mean, all of it was basically to, you know, raise funds for a World War I memorial for, you know, American troops and shit that did partake in World War I, which I'm fine with. But obviously, because of that, you know, being an American-based foundation doing it, it's going to be all Americana, patriotic, and blah, 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 jingoistic as fuck. I don't inherently blame Sabaton for that. They sponsored it because they're, you know, helping with some of their concert proceeds, you know, going into the funding to build it up. So, you know, they're if anything just helping, you know, with the fund, at least in some part with the funds with the memorial and shit. So I don't really blame them for it, because I actually support it. Like, I'm like, yeah, let's a World War I memorial, sure. You know, in remembrance of, you know, at least the dudes that went over there, you know, and shit. Because if we have one for, you know, like, every fucking war that, you know, we have, like, for the Korean War, World War II, or, you know, like, so on, the Vietnam War and shit, might as well have one for World War I too. Which is super pointless war. Yeah. Honestly, for me, that's kind of why I'm in favor of it, because of how pointless it was. Like, I mean, like, those dudes died for fucking nothing, so at the very least, we could do is, you know, remember them, you know, and have some, and, you know, at least in their name and shit, I'd say. Just, if anything, at least, you know, in respect for those, you know, for them. But outside of, like, the war in itself and shit, yeah, it was pointless and fucked. And we should have never been involved anyway, but, you know, if we never were, then there wouldn't necessarily have a point for World War I Memorial, because we never were involved. I mean, when it comes to, like, war memorials, I'm okay with them. If anything, I think they can actually be pretty nice, especially if done well. But, you know, obviously, when it comes to advertising them and shit, there's going to be a strong flavor of jingoism and propaganda to it, and it's just like, It's like, I like the idea, but how they're advertising it, I can't control it. I don't necessarily like how they're advertising it, but whatever. I like the idea of at least having a memorial, though. And where they're wanting to put it and shit, so, I mean, if they just, like, made it that instead of, like, you know, like, making that most of it instead of just, like, 5 minutes of just, like, mostly propaganda and then, like, a tidbit of maybe actual fact that's morally a vague, broad thing that everyone already knows. And then, like, oh, 2 minutes, you know, then, like, 1 minute of, like, and this is why we should have this memorial. It's like, just make the whole thing that. You know, because, I mean, honestly, the whole, like, USA thing, like, honestly, that really didn't come up until, like, they just started mentioning that shit, because that's when everyone was like, yeah, blah, blah, you know, and everyone was really cheering on shit. I mean, at that part I was too, because, like, yeah, that was that memorial and shit, but with everything else, it's just kind of cringe. Honestly, the show I went to, before that one, when I went with you guys and shit, hey, no. Like the one before, there wasn't as much, like, jingoism from the crowd. Like, there was, like, yeah, woo! You know, there was, like, the cheers and the whoops and, like, the yeah and stuff like that from people. But there was never that chant. There was never, like, this, like, weird vibe, you know, and shit. It was the same video, just the same exact one, and just wasn't as, like, jingoistic in the crowd in comparison to when we were all there. There was more jingoism that time. Which, funny enough, their set list for Friday was actually, like, had more American-based songs and shit, while the new set list only had To Hell and Back. Well, at least the other one, they had, I think, a couple others. So, it's like, if anything, those jingo chuckle fucks missed their show. Like, the one they really should have been to was, like, the fucking, you know, to the, you know, whatchamacallit, you know, to the Friday one. Die based on the war profiteering of the bourgeoisie. Honestly, if I had it my way when it comes to a war memorial, I mean, yeah, I would have a very worker class base and left wing base and shit. I mean, absolutely. And also, like, if you think about it, that, you know, kind of subconsciously and culturally, especially when it's like a memorial like that, kind of implants, you know, solidarity amongst people who might be veterans and soldiers themselves, and within the working class too. Because obviously, most soldiers tend to be working class folk anyway that do so for desperation and shit. Actually, speaking of, though, like, I've been watching this video. I haven't finished it yet. It's like a little over an hour long, but it's about the German Revolution in 1918, the November Revolutions. And it's basically about the sailors' mutiny that happened, which spread very rapidly into just soldiers and a lot of elements of the military and workers and dock workers at first, but then just workers in general beyond that, who were sick of the war, and a lot of the workers had a lot of more of the political theory and a lot of the economic mindset with, like, socialism and shit like that in mind, and a lot of the anti-war sentiment, especially, and a lot of the, like, solidarity sentiment. It was especially very strong within the soldiers and the sailors too. And when those two intermingled, it flowered into something very, very fucking awesome. like for a short period of time before the Weimar Republic, there was self-established workers' councils in various different parts of Germany. There was like the Bremen Socialist Republic, the Bavarian, I think is the most biggest one, and I think the longest lasting, the Bavarian Socialists, and then later the Soviet Republic. And then there was the Kiel Socialist Republic as well. There was a few little like baby socialist republics that didn't last too long because they were eventually quelled, but you know, they actually like prospered out and kind of did their own little like coup d'etat. Like the soldier, you know, sailors and soldiers and workers alike, you know, all came together and essentially were like, nah, fuck this like bourgeois system. Like we're gonna like, you know, storm parliament, we're gonna be at the royal palace, you know, we're gonna make our decree, our declaration, you know, we're not, you know, just gonna cut it with, you know, just compromising and making, you know, contract deals a few here and there, like a traditional trade union might. And actually, that was kind of a big difference, at least in the early days, between Soviet / worker council versus a lot of more traditional trade unions that were established at that time. Because worker councils was more of an expansion as a way to govern, more so than just, you know, be simply a collective voice for workers. Like, you know, which honestly I'm more of an advocate of. It's a very syndicalist way of thinking. Versus like a more, you know, communistic way, or at least in the sense of, you know, like a Bolshevik style communist mindset, which is what a lot of the Soviets, which were just a Russian version for council, essentially, for the worker councils there, you know, established with that type of philosophy. While a lot of socialists and communists in Germany were more on the anarchist trend, like the anarcho-syndicalists and just full-on anarchism, or just, you know, just various hodgepodge flavors of communism as well. So, and honestly, like the early like predecessors and early established Soviet Union was actually saw a lot of benefits and a lot of you know, hope, if anything, to potentially see a more socialist Germany pop up, because that would essentially mean that they would have a more modernized, industrialized, socialist sovereign state on top of them that can, you know, back them up, you know, economically, as, you know, on top of them as well when it comes to agriculture. So there would be kind of like a mutual benefit when it comes to, like, you know, supplying extra grain and extra food, you know, to Germany, but Germany can also, you know, in return, invest more into industrialization of Russia. So, I mean, there was legit ripe opportunity for a potential, like, a total different, you know, outcome, you know, when it came to Germany, you know, around this point. It might not have been long to last, and it definitely didn't last long, unfortunately, but, I mean, what did last, though, was a lot of changes, especially when it came to within the Weimar Republic, before the Nazis essentially, like, reversed all of it. Which is why, you know, there's, you know, major fucking, you know, like, red flag and warning when it comes to, like, fascism and Nazism, because, you know, like, the Weimar Republic, while unstable, you know, had a chance to flourish, and had a possibility of doing so. And actually had a very strong leftist streak, you know, essentially right from the very fucking beginning of the Weimar Republic. But due to a lot of the instability, obviously, Nazis take advantage of that with divide and conquer. And even within leftist factions at the time, there was a lot of divide and conquering too, and a lot of fractionalization. And in fact, there was even a co-option within the within it by at least one man that was essentially kind of granted you know, more comfortable job if he was able to, you know, keep some of these more revolutionary workers and shit like that to keep having like a constitutional monarchy, by at least, you know, having the Kaiser in some way at least being still some sort of a representation of power, even culturally. Which obviously not a lot of people at that time were exactly vibing with. Which, if anything, I think played to a major downfall to a lot of communists and leftists in Germany thinking about it. Because early, before Hitler took power, before the Nazis, solidified themselves as Nazis, basically. Like, they were essentially just a hodgepodge of just far-right reactionaries, monarchists, fucking loyalists to the Kaiser still, veterans of World War One, just, hodgepodge of traditionalist religious leaders and shit like that. Just, coalition of just far-right influence and shit that were within Germany at the time. And having, like, this, mindset, especially within some, from the leftist side of things from that time, it's like it kind of put in the mind, at least, especially probably to some workers, that, like, oh, the Kaiser ain't that bad. Or, oh, he's still kind of an important figure of Germany, so we need to kind of keep him as some sort of a figurehead, or at least, some form of the old traditions and blah, blah, blah. Which, that could be used as an easy grab and a way to manipulate a lot of those type of people into the more Nazi way of thinking. I guarantee you a lot of those type of people probably did switch over for being in, like, the KDP into the NSADP. Or the NSADAP, something like that. But, yeah, and honestly, like, overall, the November revolutions in Germany and shit are very, like, really cool point of history and shit that really barely ever get talked about. And it just kind of shows that there's a very strong, like, wave of leftism that was going on in Europe just as much as there was in the US back in the early 1900s and 1800s. Honestly, a lot of reasons why a lot of leftist workers' rights and shit became very prevalent here in America was because a lot of those same type of workers and shit who were part of, like, the International or different trade unions in Europe, a lot of them would at least, scrape up enough, to maybe go seek better opportunities and shit, but with a lot of the knowledge and with their experience, especially working within unions, bolstered and did a lot of advocacy with those type of ideas. And they were way older than, the 1800s too. There were, a lot of, like, trade guilds and shit like that before unions. And, that was a pretty common idea, even in America back then. But trade guilds aren't as strong in comparison to unions, obviously. Hence why they evolved and expanded into what they are. But all in all, like, worker history and labor history is honestly, like, very expansive, and it just is shitty that it doesn't actually get as talked about as much that it normally probably should, because it really is such an important part of a lot of history, especially when it comes to, like, a lot of major pinnacle points in history, like, after World War I, or even after World War II and shit. Because I was also reading about, funny enough, actually, because I'm playing in Hearts of Iron 4 as, like, Communist France. The leader, at least to a certain point, is Maurice Thorez. And I was thinking, who actually is this guy? Who the fuck is he? And, come to find out, obviously, real dude. And he was actually the founder of the French Communist Party at the time, and a major radical of French government back in the day. But for the most part, pretty accepted, if anything, because he worked with, like, different progressive social dem types as well, and was actually, like, an interim prime minister of France after World War II for, like, a year or two. So he actually, played a kind of a role in a lot of leftist action in France before World War II and afterwards. Because he helped also advocate and lead different, like, strikes and plan and do different help with logistics and shit like that, speeches and shit. So, and I think he died in the 60s or 70s, I think, something like that. So he actually lived a pretty long life, all things considered. Because honestly, French communists, pre-World War II, I would, my initial thought, he got killed by the Nazis or something, but he actually was able to get exile and stay in Moscow throughout the entire war, essentially. But stayed in close contact with a lot of partisans in France and shit, and was able to keep close tabs, and was able to even spread, like, propaganda saying, by having his own underground newspaper transferred over to his contacts and spreading them out. And pretty much at the end of every article he would write, he'd say, signed Maurice Thorez, somewhere in France, even though he wasn't in France. Which I guess you could say is kind of cowardly, I guess, because he wasn't in France. But at the same time, it's a little bit of an pro gamer move, because like I ain't in France, but I'm gonna make you all like hunt around me like with a chicken with your head cut off, you know, trying to find me over here. Fuck you, heh. So if anything, it's a little bit of a trick to the Nazis and shit, which Nazis were fucked with like that a lot. I mean, honestly, the Russians did that a lot, thinking about it. Because, like, they did that with Lyudmila Pavlichenko when she was doing, like, speaking tours and shit in, like, the U.S. and in different places in Europe and Canada and UK and shit. Like, they would still do propaganda messages out in the front lines as if she was still out there fighting. You know, so it basically make it, you know, the Germans think, oh, she's still out there sniping, you know, even though she's in, like, fucking Chicago, you know, making a speech there or something. So it's like the Soviets were pretty fond of doing a lot of psychological warfare against the Germans. And I like that for them. And I guess the French too. But psychological warfare, it's a very important part of warfare in itself. You always got to keep your enemy on your toes. Sweet ammo shit. Anything else on tube or anything? YouTube poll. What is my favorite season? Fall, spring, summer, or winter? Probably fall. Oh, wow. 37% say fall. 31% say winter, 18% summer, 14% spring. Really? I'm actually kind of fucking shocked. I thought it'd be the other way around. Sweet, I'm not alone. But I'm also the majority. God damn it. Man, I love YouTube sometimes. And by love, I hate it. Wait, what's it? Ooh, Hearts of Iron 4. Carriers do so much damage now. 5 hours ago. Oh, do they now? Am I, not tapping into some god tier, like, fucking pro gamer move situations here? Because I'm just doing, like, hardcore cruisers and, like, and shit. Like, I have literally, like, 4 different cruisers. One for mine laning, one for anti-air, and the other 2 are just, like, various different forms of, like, anti-ship and shit like that. But are carriers actually the meta? Because if so... I know battleships can be pretty fucking good, as long as you have, like, other ships with it. Like, if it's by itself of, like, 10 destroyers, and you get, like, a navy that you meet and come up against, and has, like, 1 battleship, 3 cruisers, and, like, 20 destroyers, you're fucked. Like, that battleship is either gonna get fucked up, or damaged, or just destroyed. Because I had my, like... the flagship of the entire navy sunk by the Italians in a fucking naval battle because they had like 6 battleships and I had all 4 of mine in that battle, and I was just like, fuck. I sunk 2 of their battleships, but they got my pride and joy. It's like, fuck. Definitely made me upset. I was like, oh, they got my pride and joy. No. Actually, like, I still don't know exactly what would be, like, the best way to set up, like, my fleets. And at least with my current war, I don't have any real need to have my fleets, you know, anywhere. Well, I can't get them to where I really need them, would we be in the Pacific. That's the problem. All my French fleets are in the Atlantic. I mean, well, oh shit, wait a minute. No, I have submarines in India that I can transfer. I guess I could do some submarine. Oh man, these are like early yeah, let's upgrade these fuckers. Well, I can't. Fuck. I can't really do anything with them. Okay, well, I guess I'll just move you to Saigon, to that fucking... Yeah, and then I do just fucking patrols, I guess. There's not really much I can do, you know, with, how many, 16 submarine? Yeah, I ain't gonna do shit. I mean, I might deal with the Chinese navies, just because of, theirs being weaker in comparison to Japan's. Actually, America is, like, taking a lot of their islands. They have Iwo Jima. America has taken Iwo Jima by 43, which means that they're in striking distance of Japan. But there's no air base there. They don't have an air base. Or maybe I don't have enough intel on it. Well, no. There should be an air base there, because I would see it. There's one in Marcus Island, right next to Iwo Jima. But Japan has that island. So America does not have striking distance to Japan, which would help me significantly if they did. And surprisingly, I'm holding my own in Indochina so far when it comes to this war. I thought it would have like been in like central Vietnam by this point, being pushed back, but no. Oh baby. The Western Front, at least when fighting Russia here, is like fucking cakewalk though. Cutting through their lines like butter. In fact, the Russian AI for some reason literally bundled like all their divisions in like certain little spots. So now there's literally pockets where there's like 10 divisions of infantry that the Russian have, and they're just utterly surrounded. And there's no, even if they were able to like, you know, push through one of the, you know, lines and try to go back to their front, they wouldn't be able to make it. There wouldn't be a way. They're just trapped. So Russia's lost a large chunk of manpower and equipment just off of that alone. And there's like over 30 divisions in 2 squares alone over here, and they're about to get cut off and get pinched. So Russia's getting fucked up on the Western Front, while at least in the Eastern Front, I'm actually getting fucked up, but holding my own, because Chinese forces are not doing very well pushing my lines, and there are some Russian forces here. And for some reason, Japanese forces are near Armenia, and Armenia's they regained territory. Oh my god! Holy shit! Actually, all these troops, the enemy troops here left. There's only like there's 3 Japanese divisions, and all the other ones left to the Caucasus Mountain. Oh shit! That's why. My spearhead is working. My spearhead advance approach, that one that I was trying to do here, is actually working. Fuck yes. I love how Russia basically sealed their fate. Oh shit, England's doing a naval invasion near St. Petersburg? Oh my god, Russia sealed their fate. Russia, Japan, China, like, you know, it's only a matter of time because their fate is sealed. I could tell this war won't last long, but hey, once it's over, Britain's next, which is not going to be hard at all, because all I have to do is just a naval invasion, which would be very easy to just hit London, especially when all of their troops are not even in England. It'll take them a while for them to regain their forces. Plus, I have all of Europe on my side. And by the end of the war with Japan and all that shit, I would have other states, you know, and more on my side because of that too. So UK fucked. Oh, and America too. I got a deal for them as well. I'm actually not even too sure if there's any forces that have you know, research nuclear tech, but I have, or I'm starting to. Just in the hopes that I can, you know, start doing some nuclear research and shit. Because actually, I'm pretty sure I'm in the year, yeah, 1943, yeah, I'm in the year where I can actually have a nuclear research factory or whatever the fuck. Which obviously I will have in France. I should put them in southern France in case, you know, the war does happen with the UK, because I don't want them bombing it. Man, Russia's so fucked, and I love it. Mongolian Parliamentary Republic, and I love how they're just all by themselves, just chilling. And why is Tanatuva just being Switzerland? Are you want to join my faction? Oh, they're actually close to wanting to do that, honestly. Maybe they'll succumb, because if so, then I can have them actually kind of like, you know, be a thorn to Russia. Surprised the British Raj hasn't, like, fucking collapsed or anything, honestly. Just because, at least before all these wars broke out, there was actual, like, possible, like, independence movement shit going on. You know, where's my other arm? There you are. My second army has almost arrived, you know, to finally reinforce my Indochina fronts. Ugna, so cute to work with Hayat. Oh. Talk of my battle stratagems. That should show you the Western Front. Here, let me show you real quick. Instead of just merely mentioning it. So here's Indochina. So, I mean, as you can tell, this is what I mean by I'm, you know, losing turf and losing around here. I'm holding my own, though. But, obviously, you know, I am struggling. But, nonetheless, doing okay for now. And, my second batch of forces are coming in through here. So, they're on their way. Armenia is starting to retake some territory because they only had like these tiles left, and there's like a few dudes over here, but a lot of these troops are leaving, so they're all, and so there's not really many besides like these expeditionary like Japanese forces that are, you know, out here. But my spearhead is working very well. Actually, I'm not the one doing it. The AI is, and all in all, it's working really well. And I mean, it's not really gonna cost them too much because there's not really many troops down here. However, though, in these little pockets, though, it is hardcore. Like, there's a pocket of like 8 divisions or 7 divisions there. There was like 5 here, but they're all gone now. 4 there, 2 there. Here's where there's like 30 collectively, like in these 3, which you could tell very empty, about to get pinched. Got a bunch of my allies here that are going to probably push through. Like, they're, you know, they're not exactly doing very well, you know, when it comes to the Russian front lines and shit. They're getting a little murked. Just a little bit. Oh, and there's that fucking invasion shit. I don't know what's going on here. But, yeah. Just fucking, you know, like, holding my own all in all. Like, cutting through that Western Front like some goddamn butter. And then, yeah, there's just this, and that's pretty much the only other shit going on. I love how basically this, like, fragmented China, just all of it is just, like, fucking murked. Big Ukraine is big. Big Ukraine is super big. I mean, look how big it is. It's fucking huge. It's mainly just because of, you know, the front lines being right on this damn border, but yeah. Like, we got, like, full-on, like, multiple provinces already secured and shit, basically. Man, Crimea wasn't that hard, and going through here wasn't too difficult. Like, pretty much the entire fucking, you know, Krasnodar region, fucking all that shit. But, yeah. All in all, fucking, you know, bitches get murked. That's what I have to say about that shit. Bitches be murked. I'm trying to see if I, like, there's... You know, I will admit, I'm so glad I have all the allies that I do, because Jesus Christ, most of the divisions on the Western Front aren't even just me. It's just like, it's like just the international fucking horde, dude. Oil fields to deny them oil. Well, isn't it in, like, the Caucasus regions and shit? Here, let me see. Resources. Yeah, a lot of it is. In fact, Ukraine got a lot of it too. Yeah, Russia has a lot of resources near Tanituva. Yes, Caucasus region. Well, luckily that's gonna get captured pretty easily. Oh shit, yeah, I see where there's a lot of it. Actually, there's none of it right there right now because it's all fucking... You know, I think all gotten fucked up. Due to, like, airstrikes and shit, maybe. I don't know. You know, plus pray, and we'll kind of let some of this go. Oh my lord, a lot of these troops that are in these heavily fucking, like, dense areas of soldiers, they're all starting to move. They're all trying to fucking, like, get out of the pinch that they're getting in. I know what they're trying to do, motherfucker. I ain't gonna allow it. So until a fat lady rips ass and blames Jesus. True. Logistics bombing is good because it starts to introduce supplies. Yeah, I have a lot of my bombers doing that. I know what to do. I know what I'm doing, Mom. God. Alright, we're how close are they getting? Now they're getting there. Ooh. Let's see. I see why I have a lot of troops just kind of doing nothing, because they're not attacking this. What the fuck? Attack it. Oh, you know what? Here, I could stall these guys by attacking them here. Let me try to stall them. Get stalled. Yeah. Technically, it'd be a losing fight, but that's fine. It's meant to be. I'm trying to at least get them pinched. Make it so they can't fucking leave. They're trapped. Alright. Cool. Well, that's going on. I got some research to do. I think I should do some stuff. Upgrade some radars. I'm getting close to pinching him. It's a getting there. Oh shit, no, don't, not there, not there, not there. after that, and then, okay, yep, I see how I'm gonna do my pincher now. Now I just have to hope that it works. I don't have to worry about it too much. I think I'll move you guys over there. There we go. Oh my god, man, the spearheads everywhere. Like, everywhere I go, there's always, like, these little, like, appendages, you know, coming out. Like, every, like, front line that I focused out from. Like, I zoom into one area, you know, focus on it for a minute, zoom out, and all of a sudden, there's just, like, fucking insane advancement going on. It's like, oh, this is easy. Oh shit, St. Petersburg got capitulated, so now it's Moscow. It's their backup capital. Now I'm already getting close to that. And my boys are still holding their own out in Indochina, so that's good. How close are everyone? Where's everyone else? Almost there. Get closer, damn it. Fuck. How long does it take? Not that it matters that much. They're fucking shit up. Alright, please tell me this is working. Okay, it actually kind of is a little bit here. Alright, pincher almost complete. It is legit almost complete. Fuck yes. Alright, sweet. Now, yeah, there we go. Oh, fuck yeah. Alright, now I can show you my little pincher that just happened. This is like, I don't even know how much of the Russian army, but this right here is like a fat chunk of the Russian army that's about to get cut off and fucked. Right up its bunghole. It's about to get pinched right there. And we're about to fucking like win that. And once it's done, they are stuck. They are done for. Let's watch it. Let's just watch that. Oh, right there. Boom, son. Boom. Oh, and it autosaved for me right when it happened. Oh, nice. Oh, so sweet. Oh, what's this? I don't care. I don't care. Oh, that's all that matters. The sweetness. The loveliness. The manpower, gone. Equipment, gone. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Dude, like, this game, like, the war started with, like, that area being, like, the most dense with their fucking troops, and there's barely been any moving around there, because, like, Belarus's actual border is, like, right next to this spot, and Ukraine, too, so it's kind of like that little, like, corner spot, but they didn't move them out, they didn't spread them out, so now, like, most of their frontline forces are just fucked, which is why I think, you know, I've been spreading so far everywhere. Oh my god, I'm about to meet the British. About to meet the British around in Estonia and shit, because they're pushing hella far, you know, from St. Petersburg's area. Dude, Russians are getting fucked. My goodness. Oh no, Armenia! What, why didn't you fucking like, oh wait, no, hold up. No, they're good. They're okay, never mind. I thought they fucked up, but they spawned a bunch of soldiers, and now they're trying to push their territory back, because Japan took a few extra tiles. I'm like, what'd you do, Armenia? We're almost there. We're almost to you. Just hold out for a little longer. Armenia has not capitulated once in this entire war, even though they've been, like, on their own this entire time, by themselves, fucked. Because there's no way for me to get there. They literally are landlocked. The only way I could is if Georgia, you know, during the Civil War broke away and they stuck around like Armenia did, because then I have a dock, so then I could actually get there, but no, didn't happen. So, well, I think Georgia did, but it also declared war on the provisional government too, so it didn't stay. It capitulated when the provisional government came around. Armenia didn't, though. Which I don't know why it happens like that. Like, it's random when, like, a nation that breaks away from the Soviet Union, like, it will also declare war on the provisional government, too. But some of them don't. I don't get it. But I guess it makes sense. But man, little Armenia's, you know, fucking strong though. Just holding out on its own all this time. I do like that. That's some good shit. Take some of that out of here real quick. Ooh. There we go. Playing this. Keep watching the flood. Oh shit, they're trying to hardcore push. Oh, hell no, I'm not allowing that. Oh, these guys are trying to get out of their little pocket. I'm not accepting this. I refuse to let any of you leave your little fucking pocket, you little piece of shit. Fuck you. Get murked. I don't care how long it takes. In fact, the longer the better, because the farther away you are to your front lines, bitches. Yes, yes. I'm seeing those tides turn. I'm seeing those little battle notches turn around to green from red. Yes, lose your supplies. Retreat. Run and realize you have nowhere to go. Yeah, they cannot break out of it. They tried. These Russian soldiers all in this little pocket, they tried. They legit tried. I saw them push, but no. They lost too much equipment and too much manpower. Oh, I'm pushing them further away now. I'm actually pushing them away from their front lines. I'm pushing them deeper into the Belarusian borders before the war now, if funny enough. I'm just pushing them around. It's in your best interest to surrender. But Omwe, alas you will not. Oh my god, I love it. Getting smaller. That pocket is getting smaller. Man, there's pockets everywhere. This front line is dotted with like 4 or 5 different little pockets of just troops in their, you know, doing pocket defense, you know, last second ditch effort, you know, to stall the lines, basically. That's the only thing they're doing. That's the only benefit of having a lot of dudes who are behind enemy lines that are just slowly dying off, is that it kind of, you know, stalls the front lines themselves, because you don't have as many troops, you know, there, because they're all in the back dealing with, you know, a nuisance, basically. But luckily, these pockets are very close to these front lines anyway, so it's not like it's a big deal. This big one, though, that I'm looking at and focusing on, though, it might take a minute, though, for it to be totally taken out. Though they're all like running out. Oh yeah, you know what? Never mind. Like, they have high organization, but their equipment and everything else it's nothing. There's literally nothing. So they're all just gonna be slowly but surely just like fucking taken out one by one. Yeah. Oh my god. Nope, it wasn't one by one. All of them, besides one of them, just immediately like boom, like that. That was like a mass surrender. I count that as just mass surrender. They all just like, fuck it, we give up. We aren't gonna get back to our front lines. We're surrounded. Fuck it, we give up. That's what happened right there. That's what I'm counting that as. Oh, dude, they just lost like 30 fucking some troops, and all the manpower and equipment that comes with it. Oh, dude, Russia's gonna not recover from that. I mean, they're not recovering from any of this in itself, though. I mean, they're getting hella fucked. There we go. How's my lines in Indochina? Wow! I actually made some progress and pushed across the river near Hanoi when I wasn't prior. Did my other army land yet? Oh my god, they're oh, come on. They have to go around Singapore? Fuck me. Man, they're not there yet after all that time? Jesus, hurry up. Oh my lord, yeah, that's gonna be a minute. Man, I need to like push my air forces up because I just gotta realize that a lot of my bombers and shit aren't even within range. Oh, actually no, there still are. Oh no, they still are. Okay, yeah, it's all good. I thought it wasn't, but they actually are. Wait, how in the fuck are these guys all not having a... Wait, they have no front line? How in the fuck does that work? I'm redoing a front line for you, buddy. I'm gonna move you from here to here. And then your front line push shall go all the way the fuck up here, actually. From Archangels to the Ural Mountains. Let's go. There we go. That'll help. It'll also help my northern front. Which actually isn't going to be that bad anyway, because the British are fucking advancing. And very, very well, too. I didn't expect the British to do a naval invasion near St. Petersburg, but that actually really helped significantly. The only place that's actually having, like, a back and forth, losing and gaining territory back and forth is literally in Indochina. Beyond that, it's cutting for Russia like butter. It's gonna be China that I'm like gonna have to deal with. I can already tell, because there's not many Russians in the Indochina area, but there is a lot of Chinese troops there. So they're the ones I need to deal with, because they seem like the ones that are like the powerhouse. There are some Japanese troops mixed in Russia too, but they don't seem like they are that good at putting up a fight. Man, what happened to Armenia? Oh no. Oh no, what's going on? Hold on, Armenia, we're coming. I have spare factories? Holy shit, that's a miracle. I never have spare military factories. I'm just gonna do that, and then do this, and that. Okay. Oh my god, so many aces I can promote. Well, my pilots are going to hella work, you know, if I'm getting aces left and right, so that's good. I wasn't getting that when I was fighting Spain and Italy in this gameplay, but so Russia's Air Force must be fucking pathetic if, you know, I'm creaming for their shit. Evidently their army is, because they must, you know, abide by old-ass doctrines, you know, like the Grand Battle Plan or something. Because, my, like, mechanized, mobilized, advanced offense doctrine and shit, like, you know, like just a more modernized version of Blitzkrieg, like, it's just creaming through them. Honestly, in a lot of ways, I'm pretty much made it, In some ways, farther than Germany did. Definitely farther than Napoleon. But then again, I have like all of Europe backing me too. Is there anything on the tube? Oh my god, it's a fucking Sunday. Of course there isn't. We could go back on the Reddit and see what's on there. Let's see what's on the Reddit. Found this gem. Terrible Facebook memes. What the fuck? Democrat voters in Democrat politicians. So what? I like how it's barely scribbled in, you can barely see it, and it says, no police. Like, what? That doesn't even make sense. That just legit does not make sense at all. Trump repeatedly discussing picking March of the Taylor Green's running mate. Oh god. Oh no. Oh god. That's just gonna be nice. Hey. Hey, what? No. Hey. Bruh. What the hell? There's another picture of the 405 freeway of those fucking Nazis and shit today in Los Angeles. So that's where the 405 is. Okay. To be honest, I didn't know where it was. Liberals are pwned. They don't call them Big Mike for nothing. Mike Tyson and Michelle Obama. They have similar backs apparently. So thus, guess what? They're the same person. Michelle Obama's actually a man. Oh my god, dude. I can't believe there are stupid dumb fucks that unironically still think that stupid shit. Like, oh my god. What the fuck? Hey! What the hell? Bro! What's your deal? He eats the sock. Where's the sock? Well, this looks like a bad boy. This is a naughty dog. A bad dog. I don't think I can vote since it's too late to do absentee, but I sure hope Marcus Flower wins. Or Funker Iro.
firebending if I want to stand a chance against her. I know what you're gonna say. She's my sister and I should be trying to get along with her.
No, she's crazy and she needs to go down.
It's got a point. Well, hey, you know, can't argue facts. Can't argue facts on that shit. Oh my goodness. Just insane stretches. Oh my goodness. NFL players. Ooh, that felt real good. Ooh. Burr. Oh, look at that little ear poking out. Hey, come here. Oh my goodness. See it? Sit. That boy. Getting all antsy. Oh, I'm gonna move this out of the way. Come here. Sit. Paw. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Sit. 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 Alright, you sat. Hold on. Paw. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Good boy. Gotta teach him to lay down more. Gotta make sure he gets that more. This boy. Go back on the Reddit, see what else is going on there. Clever comebacks. Target went in, huh? What the fuck is this? Why the hell am I seeing commercials with Spanish on regular channels on TV in the USA? Because Target customer service. Because it's the USA, where the total number of languages spoken is 311. That's 310 more languages that you're able to speak. As a matter of fact, 60% of the world speaks more than one language. That means even 40% of people need to catch up. Not the other way around. I hope you understand. We hope this helps. Esperamos que estoy de ons hoop dit help. Ons hoop dit help. Oh my goodness, I love it. Ibex. Whoa. Dude, this thing's got some epic fucking horns. Holy shit. Thing's just fucking vibing. Just chilling there. It's like, yeah, it's my spot, bitch. What do you want? What are you gonna do, asshole? It's my spot. So this is song, right? What? For... No, that's German for Bart. The... What? No one who speaks German. No one who speaks German could be an evil man. I get it. Snow left on track. Wait, what's this? Your gas guzzler kills. We have to fight one of more of your desires. You'll be angered, but don't take it personally. It's not you, it's your car. Hit this because senior master has huge consequences. Get yourself a hybrid or electric vehicle as they're more sustainable and and make a positive in an environment, you will suffer good consequences. Sorry, not sorry. The tire fires. I think there's better ways to encourage people to drive hybrids and stuff. What? Improper tire pressure reduces fuel economy. That too. Some people actually do need trucks. If you need a truck, 70% of the same time, you're probably going to use it. The other 20% of the time, you're doing that too, even if it's inefficient, because buying a car is expensive. Yeah, seems like a lot of pretty reasonable responses, just kind of skimming through it. I thought there was going to be some more shit on there that was going to be like, but I guess not. Why is there like so much goddamn fucking like Ukraine drone footage? Like, Jesus Christ. It's like I've seen some of it, but God, I don't need to see every single fucking thing that comes out of that shit. What is this? Oh. Finally something else. Racist woman freaking out on a subway. Is this a... Oh, hold on. Let me read a comment or two. See if it's just because someone's saying that. Here. Okay. No, sounds like a legit racist person. What's going on here? What is this?
Like being called a nigger, right? That's because you act like a nigger, B-boy. Alright?
Well, yeah, that is certainly a racist bitch if I've seen one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we got ourselves a grade A racist son of a bitch. Like, I think right there is one grade A premium cut fucking racism right there. That really was some premium cut shit. That was like fuck, bro. She didn't she held no bars. She went all the way with that one. A bunch. Oof, yeah, this is the, oh boy, I can already see where this is going. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna grab some of that Coke that my friend was mentioning, because that sounds like... This sounds like a situation where I might need to acquire myself a little something. Before we get too far into this. Oh my fucking God. Oh boy. Well, yeah, boy. Alright, where was that? It's over there. I'll use the glass X on there. There it is. How the fuck? I think the boxes are weird. Oh, now I'm just fucking getting worse with it. Oh, I feel like. Ooh. Man, your hell's stuck in there. Alright, there we go. Bop. Oh boy. There we go. Oh man, racist bitches. What are you gonna do with them, man? What are you gonna do with some racist ass bitches? And also, what was that like other thing she said at the very end before I paused that? Like, is that another like racial term that I just am not aware of, that I've never heard before? Because I literally don't know what that means. I don't want to go back because I don't need to hear her, like, you know, all the intensity, at least, yet. I need at least a little, you know, one more little splash. Just one big splash. I mean, there we go. That wasn't really a splash, but it topped it out. So, that'll be my drink for the night. Well, my second drink for the night. There we go. Top it off with a little bit of that. I like how you stopped what you were doing and looked at me like, are you fucking imitating me? And yeah, I am. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do, asshole? Yeah. Alright, good shit. Here, let me take that out of the way. I think I'll just keep playing it. I like how she's so calm with this white guy. She's like, I wasn't talking to you, alright? It's like, well, you acting pretty belligerent, you know, towards evidently a black person, because they're saying, you know, hard R and everything, you know, with that one. And B-boy? I've literally have never heard that as a derogatory. I don't even, like, I'm confused with that one. I don't, it's that... I guess there's just some lingo I've just never been enlightened to, which, you know what, probably for the best.
Shut the fuck up. I'm calling ugly black niggers network. Yeah.
I like how she says I'm calling black neighbors the N-word. She says the full hard R, and then she just goes like N-word after that. Like, you already said it like 50 times already, lady. Like, why did you just say N-word then? Like, what the fuck? And you know what? You got no room to fucking talk about some ugly ass neighbors. Like, I mean, seriously. Like, are you really? You're gonna fucking, like, you know... Sounds like someone's really insecure about, you know, their appearance. Honestly, I have a hunch. I'm having a hunch here. She dated a black guy, and they got a fat argument. He says, you know, I'm breaking up with you. You're not even that attractive. You're an ugly-ass bitch, blah, blah, blah. And fucking, you know, cheated on her or something like that. And she's held a fucking spite ever since, and she's out for blood now. You know what I mean? Like, something strikes me is that she was probably a little racist before, but was willing to be, like, comfortable and, if, you know, maybe even date, you know, black people. But because of one bad experience, suddenly now she's this racist fucking piece of shit. I mean, which, you know, if that is, it's a hunch, obviously I don't know. But let's say, if that is the case, then it's just unfortunate, because, like, one bad experience with someone, you know, that probably was an asshole doesn't mean, you know, or justify, you know, whatever fucking actions that you have against an entire group of people based on one bad experience. It's like if a man got a divorce because their wife was a piece of shit and abusive or something, and then thinks all women are piece of shit, and have, like, a more misogynistic take about it. Like, you know, that doesn't justify the end take, you know, just because of something, you know, that legitimately, you know, was bad that happened to you. You know, so it's just like, I have a hunch. I mean, maybe this is like a 2-minute something video here. We're only about, like, you know, 20 seconds into the 220 video, so she might, like, go on a vent or a rant or something, you know, being like, you know, because of blah, 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 you know, and then she might blurt something, you know, that might add some context clues, you know. Let's see if I'm at least maybe close. Let's see. I don't know. Wait, what? Did Barack send you? Barack Obama? I'm Barack Obama. I'm gonna send black people to harass this one lady specifically. Like, yeah, he's just out there thinking that, you know? He's making those decrees as a former president. What? Did Barack send you? What the fuck? What? That... Her racism doesn't even really make sense. Well, racism in itself, I mean, fundamentally doesn't. I mean, really, honestly. But this even more so. Like, this exceptionally doesn't make sense. Like, this is even, like, this is like an extra level of confusing, honestly.
Rock and his bitch, Sally Kim, okay?
Sally Kim? Wait, so is this another Barack? Oh, this is the context clue we were thinking of. Oh, shit, she dated someone named Barack. That's what happened. She dated somebody named Barack, and he cheated on some girl named Sally, which, if she's yelling Sally Kim, it honestly probably sounds like an Asian woman that, you know, this guy cheated on. These are just context clues. I'm making a hunch and, you know, just an educated guess based on what I'm, you know, getting from this chick. And honestly, I think my hunch is correct. Like, she probably, like, my guess is she dated a black guy that was named Barack or some shit. Which, at least initially, I was thinking maybe Barack Obama. But no, like, and that bitch, Sally Kim, it's like, wait a minute. That, I thought she was gonna say that bitch Michelle and, you know, keep, like, my brain was still thinking Obama. But, nah, when she said that, that's like, wait, no. That's not Barack Obama. This is a whole new Barack. This is another one. And honestly, this is what it sounds like. She had a really bad breakup, and now she has a personal beef and has a grudge against just black people now. A very venomous one. And to be honest, there probably is an extent where she probably holds that to potentially Asian people too. Because of that fucking bitch, Sally Kim, or whatever the fuck. So, I feel like there's some context clues here that make me think that there was, you know, some domestic problems and shit. Which, frankly, the reason why I think, you know, that guy might have left her is, I don't know. The videos, I think, showing all the evidence of that.
Sally, shut the fuck up. I don't want to talk to you anymore. You're retard. You're mentally retarded. You're mentally retarded. I don't want to fucking talk to you, Sally. Stay the fuck away from me. You're a fucking cunt. Okay?
Wait, so is Sally actually there, or is she just talking to a random person thinking they're Sally?
I don't want to talk to Black Vagina. You know who you are? You're a Black Vagina. You know what?
You know what you are? You're a black vagina? That's, like, honestly, I'm just kind of more impressed by the creative vocabulary choice right there. Like that, it's racist, but that was just more of a very weirdly creative way of doing it. Like, I've never heard that before. You're a black vagina. Like, honestly, I'd just be like, wait, I would be taken aback. I'd be like, wait, what? Wait, what? Like, you would stun lock me for a second. I'd be confused. I'd be like, you just made my brain stop working. Wait, what? Black vagina? Wait, what? Like, obviously with her 10, I mean, it's pretty explicit, you know, with her being a racist bitch, but, I mean, some of the creative insults that are being thrown from this woman are perplexing.
And everyone who fucks you, fucks your Black Vagina, is a nigger. It's an automatic nigger. Okay?
You know, my hunch about her, you know, having a bad breakup is really starting to feel true. And honestly, I don't know if it's, yeah, I know a lot of it's because she's a racist, obviously. She said, she's been saying, I substitute with neighbor at least, but at least when it comes to just wanting to be more quicker and, you know, about it, you know, when it comes to just, like, talking, but, like, she said it, like, at least, like, 50 fucking times. Maybe not in the video, but I guarantee you at least, like, 50 plus times just in this fucking subway car. And it's just, like, I mean, on top of that, I'm wondering if it's just, you know, like, mental illness, alcoholism, Because there's a part of her behavior that strikes me as either mental illness or like a really major like alcoholic induced rage. You know, not like a rage like I'm about to destroy everything and beat the fuck out of people, but just like I'm angry and I'm gonna yell at people rage. Like, I mean, so maybe both. I mean, like there's some other, you know, variables at play for sure. And honestly, I think some of the context clues about her yelling about a Sally Kim and how she's a quote-unquote a black vagina, or a black vagina cunt, or something, or something like that. And talking about Barack and how, I mean, yeah, like, oof.
Fucks her black vagina is a nigger.
I'm surprised nobody has, like, you know, fucking just went, you know, like, besides this dude, he's like the only one that's like remotely confronting her, and honestly he's being way too soft about it. Like, I would, like, at this point, you know, I'm surprised nobody's like, you know, just been up like, why don't you sit the fuck down and shut up, like, you know, type of shit, like being far more assertive with it. Because I mean, like, you know, if you're like mad or raging and being a racist shitbag and saying it once or twice, that'd be one thing. But she, you know, with her going off like that, at a certain point, there's like, sit down. You might want to sit down, please, before something happens, and you're not going to like it. Yeah, she gone viral, all right. Stop. Wait, what?
Everywhere I go. I'm talking crazy. What am I saying?
So wait, it's like you're talking crazy, but you also are yelling the bitch's got a gun. Why are you? Why would you? I didn't see any gun. Wait, hold on. I will go back just a little bit. What? Does she have one in her bag or something? Hold on. Let me go just, yeah, right here.
I'm gonna get arrested and we're gonna get Sally Kim. She's stalking me everywhere I go.
Sally Kim. Okay, so yeah, she might, actually now that I'm thinking about it, might be a little bit of mental illness, but also there is an element of, I think, you know, maybe a bad breakup too. But I think, honestly, a lot of it's because of the Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs going on here. Honestly, a part of me is thinking, like, if she thinks she's being stalked and she's in a public area and freaking out like this, could it be a schizophrenic episode? It doesn't justify the racism, obviously, you know, if we have, you know, Kanye to fucking look at, obviously, when it comes to shit like that. But, I mean, it could probably explain the behavior, at least. I mean, the racism and shit, no, it's nothing, they're gonna justify that, but, like, at least with her having this episode, I mean, that might actually make sense now thinking about it. Because I know one, you know, like, factor, at least when it comes to maybe seeing, you know, noticing someone's schizophrenic, yeah, at least if they're having an episode, is that they might be hearing voices or think, you know, they're being followed and stalked, and, you know, have a very heightened sense of paranoia. You know, like, I mean, just actually thinking about it, because I've seen it before, I know what a really bad schizophrenic episode looks like, and honestly, she's kind of ringing some bells of that. I'm actually kind of feeling a little PTSD from when I experienced that myself with the fucking schizophrenic episode I saw, which was pretty bad. And it wasn't like this, but there's definitely, actually thinking about it now, she's actually definitely pulling out some cues that makes me think that she might, you know, be a schizophrenic. A paranoid schizophrenic, specifically.
Everywhere I go. I'm talking crazy. What am I saying? I'm speaking the truth.
What am I saying? A lot of racist shit and paranoid, schizophrenic sounding shit too. That's like kind of another thing. It's also kind of like there's no sense of self-awareness because they're not aware that they're in a schizophrenic episode. So they're just not, they're going to be totally oblivious to these things. So this is starting to make me feel like this is like maybe a paranoid schizophrenic episode potentially. I mean, I'm not going to be like an absolute armchair psychologist. I don't fucking know. This could be her being drunk, you know, some form of mental illness, you know, maybe like schizophrenia. Maybe she's just that much of a racist piece of shit, and maybe Sally Kim is on that fucking, you know, place, you know, in that bus car and shit. I don't fucking know. But considering that everybody is kind of confused and that, you know, people are thinking she's talking crazy and shit, which, yeah, she kind of is, it makes me, you know, think, you know, at this point, considering it with all the context clues, I mean, I'm just starting to think it's more like a paranoid schizophrenia more than anything. Maybe the breakup didn't happen. Maybe that's actually all in her head.
She has a black vagina. Does she have a black vagina? She is a black vagina.
Wow, somebody's actually finally fucking saying it. I'm about to fuck your ass up. It's like, well, hey, while you're at it, quit saying it and fucking start doing it.
Okay? I told you to stay the fuck away from me, Brock. Stay the fuck away from me.
I mean, there's a part of me that might actually think it's still like the relationship thing, and maybe she's drunk as fuck, and maybe there is some sentimental illness. I mean, that's why I'm not going to be a total armchair psychologist about it. Like, I'm just saying, you know, one possible variable, at least schizophrenia part, but she's pointing at, like, that guy with the, you know, with the phone over there, and with that chick, you know, that's just, like, ignoring her and trying to mind her business. I don't know. Like, I mean, but she was also yelling at some other dude who's, like, she might honestly legit be crazy.
Fuck away from me, Sally. Okay? You fucking black vagina. You're a black cunt vagina. That is all you are. And that is all you will ever be.
And now she's just talking to nothing. So, yeah, she is definitely, there's actually, you know, a strong sense of mental illness going on here.
The truth, right? You hate it when someone tells you the truth, right? Shut your fucking black vagina.
What a way to end it. Oh my god. Your black cunt vagina vocabulary is different. Tipsy people get drunk, they add adjectives to their insults like you garbage trash, you prostitute, shin whore from Jersey Shore. It's mentally saying, who the fuck is Sally Kim, lol? It's went on her bag, maybe someone should have handed her Snickers? She would have lost her mind if someone got the irony of glass on her. I mean, no shit. Someone give this bitch a Snickers. I mean, for real, though. Not only does she have a black vagina, she is a black vagina. But I gotta laugh at him. He's such juvenile insults. I mean, for real. Like, and also, lol, this woman is completely unhinged. I mean, seriously. Like, I mean, it was kind of hard for me to be like, you know, fuck her and fuck, you know, she deserves to get a little, you know, like, smacked for her shit or whatever the fuck. Like, because, I mean, like, she's definitely, like, a different level of insane. Like, I mean, you can't really smack the insanity out of somebody, you know what I mean? So that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna do anything besides just make them go crazier. So, hence, and asterisk on that crazy herb, like, it's, they're already crazy. But, I mean, what the fuck? Like, aye. This is why mental health is so fucking goddamn important. It needs to be, like, seriously, like, invested and prioritized into when it comes to this, like, country and shit. Because, oh my god, like, like, that's what we have, you know, running around and shit, you know. And, yeah, do we really need that? Chicago Police Department cops arrested a man for looking at cars. The cop falsified charges for his arrest, which were ultimately dropped. Once again, Chicago taxpayers will be stuck paying out the income loss of Chicago PD's confidence. Well, I definitely want to check the clip out, but before we even do it, can we just fucking get this out of the way and say, like, every time a cop fucks up when it comes to, like, police funding and our taxes going into that shit, like, whenever they fuck up and we have to pay for their fuck-ups and shit, like, you know, when they have, you know, when one of their officers go to court, or when they, you know, fucking, you know, like, kill someone innocently and all this other shit. Like, that needs to be, like, paid out of pocket out of, like, the fucking, like, police officer's family, or, like, you know, directly out of the fucking units themselves and shit that represent them. Like, not, like, fuck this whole, like, oh, well, taxpayers get to, you know, pay them off and shit, you know, slowly but surely, you know, pay off all this bullshit that we had to do to defend us from basically killing people like you that have to pay for it. It's like, what? Can we just, like, end this fucking insane backwards system when it comes to, like, you know, cops being able to just, like, use us and our fucking taxes, you know, pay off their bullshit when they fuck up, when it should be them paying out of pocket? Because if the officer themselves can't fucking afford it, well, then they'll be your family, and then after that, then, hey, then the police union will back it up, and they'll fork over whatever you and your folks can't afford, at least your immediate folks. So, play nice, and you know, better be obedient and a good cop there, buddy. At least under my fucking system, that'd be the way. Because this fucking bullshit of just like, oh yeah, you know, like this whole court trial of this murderous fucking savage pig, you know, but they get found guilty and, you know, have to go to jail. But hey, guess what? Taxpayers pay all that. It's like, no, that type of shit, you know, shouldn't, like, it should be paid for by, you know, the fraternity order of the police and shit, and the families of the fucking officers. And at least out of, you know, whatever fucking savings and, you know, income is left out of that fucking cop, you know, that did the crime too. Once that's taken, then, you know, the family will pay for the rest, as far as I give a shit. When it comes to police, I'm honestly kind of okay with the guilt by association fucking, you know, crime penalty thing. It's like, hey, you're the wife of a fucking cop who's a murderous fucking thug, well, you get to pay out of pocket for the crimes and the fuckery bullshit that he does. Same for kids if they're adults and have jobs. So if you don't want your family to fucking absolutely hate you as a fucking father and shit, then better be a good cop. Better play by the rules. Or at least how they should properly be played. And actually do your fucking job. Then you won't have to worry about it. Like, I mean, because that needs to be a part of the element of reforming this whole good old boys club and shit when it comes to fucking police. Because obviously there needs to be at least like a basic bare necessity of having, like, you know, peace officers specifically. But, you know, like, that they have devolved farther away from that than more than evolved from that. So this idea that, like, oh, you know, we could just, like, reform the current police system and stuff from inside out, blah blah blah. It's like, no, you have to, like, utterly gut it, destroy it, and toss it in the trash and put it in the incinerator or whatever the fuck, and then replace it with something totally new. It's really honestly the only way they're going to be able to do it. And get whistleblowers, you know, like retired officers that, you know, challenge, you know, their police departments or, like, forced out, you know, and all, you know, like, you know, these type of officers and shit that, you know, have actually fought against their own department's corruption and shit. You know, like, hell, I'd have them, you know, like, be, you know, some of the more newer administrative heads of the these new departments and shit. Because I know there's, like, one ex-Baltimore cop that, I think his name was, like, Michael something. I forgot what his full name was. Like, Michael something the third, or some shit like that. Or, like, Matthews something the third, something like that. And, he basically, quit the Baltimore PD, and if anything, it's actually been targeted and had, death threats and hits even done by, against him, by former, people within the Baltimore PD because of him whistleblowing and calling out a lot of the crimes and corruption and how in-depth it really was when it came to the Baltimore, Police Department. And basically it's become public enemy number one, you know, when it comes to the Baltimore PD ever since. And it's just like, as far as I'm concerned, destroy the entire Baltimore Police Department, establish a totally new fucking peace officer administration, and have him be the head administrator of it. You know, it's like, cause honestly, like, as I trust him to actually, you know, do proper justice, you know, to a police law enforcement agency, more so than the fucking thugs that run it now. And those are, like, the type of dudes I'd be talking about. Like, I'd rather have, you know, like, when it comes to, like, a totally new or reformed police department, have those type of people in. because they'll also be the ones that can, you know, properly vet people too, and actually, you know, get, you know, the right people in, and then actually, you know, make, you know, police, law enforcement and policing, you know, something that actually is, you know, something that's a positive more so than a fucking oppressive negative and an exploitation. But no, I was getting a little far ahead of myself here.
You're being the same. Stop. You're being the same. Turn around. You can't be looking in the car. You're bent over looking in the car. I got you on camera. Turn around. You're fine. You're fine. You just walk.
They didn't even give him a chance to like do anything. It's like, put your phone away. You're detained. You're detained. It's like you're supposed to, one, you're supposed to tell him why he's being detained, and for two, you can't just like approach someone and be like, you're detained. Like, the proper procedure for something like this, like, hey, how you doing, sir? Hi, we, just, found that, you know, you happen to have your phone looking at vehicles and shit, you know, we thought it was just a little suspicious, you know, we just happened to wonder what you were doing. Oh, I'm filming you guys. Oh, okay, well, any reason why you are, you'll probably state it, and it's like, oh, well, okay, well, just, you know, don't, you know, be... Alright, well, just like, just have a good day then. You know, like, what else? You know, it's like, alright, well, mind yourself and just have a good day. Like, what else, you know? But no, they're just like, nope, you're detained. You're looking at vehicles and potentially about to steal one of these cars. Conveniently, they, you know, detain the guy next to a car, too, so they could try to justify it and falsify the evidence even further to make it look like they walked up on him trying to steal his car or something when he wasn't.
Look the phone up. Let me see here. You got an idea, honey? What am I detained for? Being detained.
Quote, seasoned. They believe that they can ID citizens for non-crimes like looking at cars.
I'm under arrest. You're being detained. You got our cameras out. Do you have an idea, honey?
Being detained doesn't inherently mean, you know, being fucking in cuffs and shit. Because, I mean, I've been detained before, and you don't get cuffed. Like, you're usually just, like, either set in the patrol vehicle or basically stepped aside and, you know, like, pretty much, like, bodyguarded by, you know, at least one or two cops. Like, that's essentially being detained. I mean, sometimes they might cuff you. I mean, but that... You don't just walk up and be like, you're detained, and just arrest someone, you know, or just, like, fucking put cuffs on them. Like, you actually gotta fucking, like, state a reason and actually, like, pull them aside and, you know, like, give them some justifications as to what you're doing.
Answer questions.
Besides being fucking thugs.
Do you have an idea? I don't answer questions. Sir, are you refusing to give me your name? Because if you are, I'll just take you in. Do you have a name? I don't answer questions. Do you have a name? Okay, let's go. That's fine. I'm under arrest. At this point, if you're refusing to give us your name...
He doesn't have to give you your name.
Okay. If you're refusing to give us your name, you're under arrest. Do you have a name?
That's not illegal. I fucking hate hogs, man. Fucking pigs, dude. Dealt with. Just, in the words of Paul's ego, dealt with. Okay, maybe I should be satire here, but I don't mean it in that way. But, like, I mean, like, what, it's like, that I don't have to give you my name if I don't have to. Like, unless I'm under arrest, I don't have to give you my ID or anything. Even if I am being detained, I don't have to do that. There's no, like, legality about it, where it's like, oh, you have to do it. It's like, no, I'm not under obligation to do that. Like, fuck you.
Let's go. 742 now. Man, I like you too, man. You pulled me up one time and let me go. I did. I remember.
What? Wait a minute. So these two have rapport. He's like, man, I remember you pulled me over that one time. You let me go, bro. And that cop's like, I know. So what the fuck? You, like, what a corrupt fucking bitch, dude. Like, I mean, if it's like you let him go once before and have rapport with the dude, and obviously, you know, at least in the past, I mean, I guess even now, I suppose, I mean, he's like, the cop isn't, like, roughhousing with him and shit. I guess it explains it. He at least is acquainted with him. But it's just like, wouldn't that, like, be more of a sense to me? Like, wouldn't that give you more of a reason to be like, hey, I remember you. Hey, what's up? What you doing? Like, wouldn't that be more of a reason to approach him like that? If you know him, you fucking slimy pig fuck. Like, Man, fuck you especially. Like, you there in the corner, fuck you especially, you little pig. Like, what, you son of a bitch. Like, you're acquainted with the dude. You obviously, you know, were chill with him enough once, you know, over some violation where you let him go off of a warning. But, oh, he's looking at cars, and you're like, alright, now I'm taking you in. You're under arrest now. It's like, dude, like, fuck you especially, you little rat.
What you doing? You're under arrest. You're under arrest in this court, sir. What am I under arrest for? You're under arrest. What am I under arrest for?
No, you're under arrest. You're under arrest. We're not gonna answer that. You're not gonna answer our questions. We're not gonna answer your questions. You're under arrest. You're under arrest.
7857.
Obstruction of identity involves giving a false name or details to the cops on your ID. The man invoked the Fifth Amendment and as such is giving the cops no info at all, which could be determined as either true or false. Yeah. Like, if you plead the Fifth by not giving information and saying, I'm not going to answer your question, basically saying you plead the Fifth Amendment, then, that's not obstruction of identity. You're just not giving any of it. You're just not giving any information at that point. It's not an obstruction of identity. Like, oh my god, I hate cops, dude. Oh, man. They don't understand the laws they're supposed to be enforcing. Oh. Or they do, and they just purposely break them because they don't give a fuck. Either way, they're both both are just as sinister in my mind. Criminal trespass? He's on a public sidewalk, you rat fuck. Like, what the fuck? That's not... How's that... What? That's outright like a falsified fucking charge. Even the body cams could prove that. Man, good. This is why body cams need to be fucking mandatory. And they need to be public accessible 24/7 and should never be allowed on to be in a fucking private police database. It needs to be publicly available via like a server connected to the internet where people can access this shit. Like, cause I mean, this is why. This is exactly why. Because if these cops didn't have body cams, this guy would be falsely charged with bullshit. When he's on a public sidewalk and not obstructing his identity and pleading the Fifth Amendment because he does, because he's not obligated to give his ID, and apparently looking at cars when he's actually just recording these two fucking hogs, and obviously for good fucking reason. Fucking hog ass bitches.
Right there.
Criminal trespass of a vehicle? Criminal trespass of a vehicle involves breaking into a car and the man was standing on a public sidewalk looking at a car. Yeah. And also, wouldn't just criminal trespass of a vehicle basically just be a Grand Theft Auto if you break into a car? Because at that point, that's essentially well, I guess Grand Theft Auto is stealing the car itself. But, like, I mean, I guess one can argue that could be, just because you're breaking into the car itself. I guess that's why there's a separate charge for that if you happen to go into a car and steal something from it, but not, it itself. But still, it's just like, if he's not in the vehicle, then he's not trespassing in the fucking vehicle by breaking into it or anything. Like, the body cams started with him just on the sidewalk recording the cops, because that's what he was doing.
At this point, it's all done. Real dumb when you going there. I hear you, dog. I hear you.
I hear you, man. I hear you. I know I look fucking dumb and I'm a fucking dumb shit fucking pig, but I don't care because I like to stroke my ego and make sure that my fucking ego cock is nice and stroked for today, It's just, it's just business. Sounds like a fucking mob thug, dude. He sounds like, somebody that the mob boss just sent to deal with. And it's like, hey, I hear you, man. I hear you. It's just business. It's just about business, Uncle Bro. It's just like, Giuseppe Consamati, he says his fucking guts. I hear you, man. I hear you. You breathe for your life. I hear you. I hear you, bye, brother. But, business is business. Bop. It just sounds like some mafia shit, dude. It's like, oh yeah, I hear you, but I'm still gonna impress you and fucking just like discriminate against you and fucking like whack you and shit, cause it's business. It's just part of the game, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm not a vehicle, I'm a police station, I'm sorry. You're right. What else they charged with? A 720 charge. That's a Saturday charge.
I'm off the rest of it, man.
Alright. You got to do that one time.
Wait, was he next to the police station?
Oh, he's nice, huh? You don't get that from me, though. Come on,
Into accepting plea deals over these falsified charges, eventually dismiss false charges before trial commences. Good. So he was next to the police station? I bet the reason why they detained and arrested him is because he was loitering around the police station by recording some of the cops there and shit, just documenting them. And they didn't like that, and they wanted to get him for, looking at cars or trespassing and all this other bullshit that they falsified charges against him with, because there happened to be cars parked on the side of the fucking road, on a public road and public sidewalk, where you can't criminally trespass on, because it's, public. For the misconduct, Chicago PD and Chicago prosecutors who got out of the way to prop up these unconstitutional arrests. Oh shit. Oh my god, you can't even get your stupid fucking, like charges right, you retard. Like, oh, criminal trespass of a police vehicle. I'm sorry, criminal trespass of property. Criminal trespass of, criminal trespass. It's like, you can't even get it right, you fucking pig. Like, oh my god, thank fuck these body cams are on, because, man, they really do like a bunch of fucking dumbass hogs, don't they? You charge of criminal trespassing of a police vehicle.
This is all one jumpsuit.
Yeah, let's just lock him up to this like little pole and shit in this like room. Sue whoever you need to sue. Really? Well, yeah, evidently he did. Or is. Oh my god, look at this hog, dude, wearing a fucking like AR-15 shirt, bro. Of course, probably some like Republican MAGA chud or some shit.
He's got one jumpsuit in the shirt.
Oh god, fucking hogs. Additional fuck ups when it comes out the wrestling, they searched him and found his car keys, and then they went back outside, looked for his car, opened it, searched it, taking his property out of it. Even if this arrest was 100% lawful, they still would have violated his rights by doing it. Yep. It's a really fuck up to some kind. Well, Cops know it's all bullshit and they're all jamming him up. Takes 20 seconds to create a ton of trouble, stress, and waste of time for the suit, even if he's eventually clear. Yep. From harassment, the guy's life miserable and charged to trial right before trial. Ghani sues because this way it stops from happening. And then you have to have a name and address that will harass him. Yeah, they already do. I mean, and cops probably already have harassed him because evidently, at least one of them had rapport with them. It's like, man, you let me go that one time, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because they're intimidating you and harassing you and want you to be, put in your fucking place because you're a lesser in that fucking community, especially to the fucking cops, and they exceptionally could give a fuck about you and want to do anything, in their power to fucking fuck over you. Because that's what cops are about. Especially when you look the way you do. It's, unfortunately. Like an innocent black man just like recording cops, because he wanted to document them being pigs. And, well, that's what happens. They harass his ass and fuck him over and shit. So that's just what cops do. It's just what they're about. Karen driving on drugs? What? How are you a Karen? Okay, what?
smoking.
Oh my god.
Ma'am.
Dude, she is just like casually driving, not caring. What the fuck? Oh my god.
Get off the road. Miss, get out of the car. Are you on drugs right now?
I mean, I had somebody help me before, and apparently the brake did not stop.
Do you know you're driving on 3 wheels right now? Your wheel's completely out. You just crashed into this gentleman right here. You're a hazard. You're on the freeway.
Hey, device on the freeway.
So she crashed because she has a broken, like...
You need to get out of the car. Just get out of the car, miss. You're on drugs right now. You're on painkillers. Yes, you are.
You know, she literally is. No, I'm not. Dude, she is zoned out on drugs, bro. She is on all the pills.
Some drugs right now.
Oh my God, absolutely.
Put your car...
Yep. She is. Oh my god, bro. Knew it. You're on some drugs right now, Karen. Oh my god. Zoom in on the pills. I know, bro. Xanax bars or Percocet or Oxy. Probably a mixture. Agree. It's her having like a fucks is what told me in the bars. Most of Curb Your Enthusiasm is like she was literally on drugs on wheels. Trout's buddy, who's an attorney, you'll get because the judge and the other wife all play tennis at the same club. Oh my god. You're right, the police didn't arrest her. What? Wait. No way. No fucking way. Is this actually real?
Officers say there was no evidence of impaired driving during an evaluation. She was not arrested.
I'm sorry. Could you please cut me a...
Are you having a hard day?
Because you can kill people. You can kill people.
In Irvine, Michelle Geely, CBS 2.
Bruh. Oops. I guess it. Alright. So the cops didn't arrest her, even though there obviously was one signs of impairment, and also the drugs were on the back of the driver's seat. That was meant to be a meme. This was meant to be a meme. That was supposed to be a meme. God. News caught her, they had pills. She says, give me a break. Cops give her a break. What the fuck? If it was a guy or a minor, they'd be in jail. Dude, they'd be worse than in jail. There's few drugs left on my bucket list. I'll never... But, never ever gonna fuck with pills like that. Yeah, no shit. Wait. I think those are Altoids. Oh, I don't think those are Altoids. I honestly thought that person said, I think that... I was about to be like, bruh. No, MG, I just had a brake problem. Sure, crazy, whatever's... Get it the hell out of car. Could be brave enough to try next to her. I would immediately sped by or slow down and got way back off. So you supposed to, could've, should've, would've... Oh my god. What's this? I mean, she probably isn't. Scary to think about, but there are really people with disabilities behind the wheel of a car. Yeah, did you not? Are you blind? Did you not see the literal pills and drugs on her driver's seat, you dipshit? She's been in a clinic. Not sure what the rampants are, but definitely want one Xanax, and honestly, you could do shit like this, being honest, Xanax. You think you're acting normal when you're on them, but you're not. You're acting like a crazy person. Yep. Clips isn't a good sign. What? Hold up. No! Aw, you know what? Whatever. Nah, yeah, well, I'm not gonna fucking dig all the way back for it. That late. Oh my god, dude. How does she not know her wheel's gone? Like, what happened to the wheel for that to happen? Did she just, like, have her wheel stolen and was just zoinked out on the Zans and shit before she drove and just never noticed that the entire time? And like, what the fuck? Oh, what's wrong with people? Jesus Christ, man. So, like, I've heard stories about how maybe, like, weed, you know, can help, you know, or, like, a stimulant maybe can help somebody while driving, but, dude, I've never heard once in my fucking life ever, when it comes to someone drinking or doing pills while fucking driving, has that ever been a good idea. Not once ever. I've rarely heard about, like, yeah, when I smoke weed, I'm actually better when I drive because I'm not so, like, heightened and anxiety-ridden, blah, 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 you know, and stuff like that. But, like, and even with, like, fucking, you know, more uppers and shit, I've heard, like, yeah, it actually makes me more focused, and blah, 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 you know, so I'm actually more, like, in control, and blah, 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 you know, it's like, I could at least, you know, I've heard at least arguments and, you know, shit like that, you know, with those things. Especially with weed. But, like, never with alcohol, never with pills, none of that shit. I've never heard once, ever, where that's a good idea. Because it literally never is. I do drugs and being behind the wheel and driving, really no matter what, it's a bad idea. Weed's like the only one I could probably make an exception depending on how one is when they smoke a bowl before driving. If, you know, they're fine, then it's okay. But if they're all like, yeah, bro, then no, I don't want them driving. What the fuck is this? The Trump starts singing while Trump is talking about January 6th. Oh no, oh god. What? What? Singing? Singing what?
These are the people we have. But remember this, January 6th, this committee, the two things they didn't talk about...
Get free new Max app on your smartphone.
Was that the people...
Is that supposed to be a news header, not an advertisement? Like, what the fuck?
Down there, and you could have had over 1 million people.
Oh god. Oh god, it's gotten way fucking louder. Oh Jesus. Does this go on for all that time? Oh god, it was like over a minute. Oh, well, gee, oh, good thing I skipped for a perfect amount of time. No, it's still going. Oh, I heard it. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so, ugh.
And you know what? They are protesting. They're protesting what's taking place in our country, and it's so bad and so wrong. It is a protest.
Wait, so, oh my, okay, whatever. Yeah, I would say that, you know, when it comes to being against you, you fucking weirdo. Fucking... I'm just gonna... I have words I could say, but I'm just not. I'm thinking them, though. It's good thinking. It's almost like a nice, pleasant daydream. I'm just soaking it in. I would describe it, but I probably can't. Just for my own sake. Oh, that's right. Oh my god. What the fuck are you doing? What in the hell is this? Like some of his, he has like some of his cheek all smushed right all up against that. Goof. Oh my god. What a sleepy boy. What a little sleepy boy. I'll get this last bowl smoked up myself and all that fun shit. Get myself some food and call good for the rest of the evening. Anyway, peace out, and of course, I shall see y'all in that next one. So,